Hello, everybody, and welcome to Join the Anarchy, an interactive Shadowrun Anarchy campaign. Today, we are joined by Damian of the Violent Life podcast. How are you today?
Very good to be here, and very good to have defeated technical difficulties.
Yes. And tell us a little bit about yourself and Violent Life podcast.
Well, I run the Violent Life podcast. We do audio dramas, we do some informationals, mostly stuff that's kind of a foot in the shadows and a foot out of it. Not your typical Shadowrunner stuff, but people who exist in the Sixth World, whether it's kind of your street people or it's a rock star. We're branching out and doing some interesting things. So
Awesome.
That's us.
Perfect. Can you boost your microphone just a teensy bit, if possible?
Me?
Yes.
All right, let's give it a try.
All right.
How's it now?
I don't know. We'll ask the audience. The audience can hear this better than I can. So right now I'm just listening to where we are. People are telling us they think it might be a Twitch streaming issue.
It's weird because I hear you all perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So. Must be something for Twitch because if we all can hear each other fine, then.
Yeah. Well, we're on air. We gotta keep this show moving.
Maybe I'll just have to talk.
Better now. We got better now.
Just scream at the top of your lungs.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. So, for those of you who, should I just start the show over?
Let's just start it from ground zero.
Start from.
You know what? Own your mistakes, man.
Own our mistakes.
Glitch.
Crap! Glitch die. Alright, perfect. The audio is too good and it broke the servers. Thank you. That's what's happening. A little louder than everybody else. Anyway, whatever. So, Join the Anarchy, an interactive Shadowrun Anarchy campaign. So what we do here is completely improvised. We have no idea what we are doing. Well, we know the game, but we have no idea what we're up to, and that's why we are using you, our audience, to assist. So the way that it works is, as we're going through our stuff, we're going to ask you for suggestions, or you can just keep chatting about things that could happen. And every time that we take a suggestion from you, we get a plot point. I have my plot points in my gun mug. Grab them from there. And plot points can be used for all kinds of fun and interesting things to change the story and take control away from me, the very devious, evil GM. Fuck, he's such a douche. What we'll do today is for anybody at home who has not noticed, Deadeye is not here with us tonight, our gunslinger adept, but he will be with us next week, most likely. So it's going to be a two-woman team today with Damian. Let's go ahead and introduce Turbo and Retro. Starting with Turbo.
I am Scrim. I play Turbo. Turbo has been working, it's a very loosely organized skyscraper skateboard trick group that she is organized and had a pretty big event last night. A lot of people showed up. She won 4th place and is not too happy about that, but room to improve. So she's been eating a lot of chocolate this week.
I'm glad someone's enjoying it.
Yeah. In joke. Retro.
Hi, I'm Paige, or the Ram Queen. I play Retro, who is a Decker Rigger, and lately she has been doing her own thing, kind of traveling around, seeing other things, whatnot, trying to find her own place, probably still keeping in touch with Ori, and chatting up with him.
Ori's the Yakuza dude, right?
Ori.
You're French Yakuza.
My French samurai boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, how is that going?
Really well. He's really busy lately, and the long distance thing.
Oh.
I'm over, doing work in some other places, so.
Yeah. Oh, all right. And wait, how about your other guy, Gerard? You're just you're playing the.
I totally forgot about him.
Well, goodness. We're a player.
I know.
Such a player.
Well, Gerard, after we were all healed from our incident with Coco and chocolate and probably marshmallows at one point, and racing, a bunch of racing, he had his own race to do, but I'm pretty sure he was dealing with the same side effects that we were. So once I healed up, I got out of there real fast.
Oh, so you're
real quick.
So you and Gerard, there's no future there, huh?
There's no future there.
Aw,
Let's
sorry.
be honest, he was just trying to get in my pants anyway, so.
Yeah. Retro's smart enough to see past that. That's good. So.
Oh, I knew that.
Let's start with building Damian's character. We already have a character concept in mind, and it's a doozy, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and first, I'm going to start the patented character creation countdown. You'll have 20 minutes to get this character going. You've already built some stuff pre-show, but we have some blanks that need to be filled in. So I'm gonna.
Quite a few of them, really, when I'm looking at it.
All right, countdown is going. So tell us a little bit about your character.
So, archetype, one word archetype, wage slave. We're gonna be trusting the corpse today, or not trusting the corpse, I guess. And Mr. Weathers is a middle management kind of guy. Doesn't have a very strong work ethic, but gets by stabbing people in the back and stepping over people in his way. Other than some base stats and a few other things, I don't have a lot for Mr. Weathers. So I don't know what corp he's a part of. I don't know what he does at that corp.
Perfect. So let's start with that, ladies and gentlemen, our audience. What corporation does he work for? And remember, this could be AAA, AA, doesn't matter. And what does he do at said corporation? Then aside now, what else have you? What shadow amps go into a wage slave? Because this is pretty uncharted territory.
So he does have a poor cyber deck and a moderate ability to hack, which he's used to get himself ahead. He has a cyber arm because, come on, having a cyber arm as a wage slave is really cool. I don't know what he uses it for, but he has one.
Who doesn't want a cyber arm? I mean, come on.
Right? Some sleek white plastic cyber arm. And then he's got some skill wires that I don't know what they do either.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because really your skill wire is going to depend on what corporation you work for. Like, what do they need you for?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so we can just kind of jack in a skill, and here you go. You're a perfect worker for the day. I've got a Shiawase suggestion. Anybody else? Come on, guys. There's so many good AAAs. Just going down the list, we got Ares, we've got Aztechnology, Evo, Horizon, Neonet, Evo. Evo might make sense with the cyber arm.
You going with Evo?
You going with Evo? If you go with Evo, it's not a plot point. You get plot points from taking stuff from the audience, and every time that we take a suggestion from the audience.
I thought they gave Evo.
No, I was just going down the list.
Oh.
I have my market panic
there
open.
Was one evil
Actually,
suggestion.
yeah,
I don't know if
there
that was
is one.
before or after you said it.
Is the Is the audience taking suggestions from
See,
you, or
see,
are you
that's
taking
one of those like,
suggestions
He's like, well, I mean, then again, they're on a 20-second delay, so it's, you never know. Aztech. So, what
feel
corporation
it's
would you like?
vital that the audience give me this one.
All right, well, I see Shiawase, Evo, and Aztechnology.
The audience
Sounds
said
like
that,
those
or
are
you
your
said
options. Those are the audience. Yeah, like you want those plot points.
it? Well, I love Aztechnology.
Aztechnology? Is that what we're doing?
I'm gonna go with it.
Aztechnology. All right. So, what does Mr. Weathers do for Aztechnology? We know so far he's a middle manager. And Aztechnology, that would go to Kai. Hey, Kai!
Come on, cursor. There you go.
No.
Now, let's see. Aside from that, what other things do you need on your character sheet, like as far as gear and negative quality, stuff like that?
I need some dispositions, other than what I've already stated, anyway. I need some cues. I still have some shadow amps to take, and I got a couple pieces of gear that I could go with as well. So,
All right.
I took 2 pieces of gear, one being an armored briefcase because it's essential,
Yeah.
and the other being a Eurocar Westwind.
Oh, so you drive yourself to work.
You know what? You gotta have that sleek car, and I'm only middle management. I don't have a driver.
Right. No, you have Grid Guide. Nobody needs a driver.
Right.
Grid Guide is your driver. All right, so that's a Euro car. Let's see.
He's a mailman.
Mailroom clerk. Middle manager, mailroom clerk is what we've got so far. Any other suggestions? Mayor is involved with the agriculture tech department. That's fitting for Aztech. Soy production. Here, I want to kind of like sift through. Now that we're dealing with Aztechnology, have my references open.
Aztechnology is known for consumer goods. Of course, Aztechnology owns Stuffer Shack and a lot of other food places. Aztechnology has a lot of hands in magical stuff as well, magical supplies,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff.
Well,
And,
all right. Well, so far that seems to be the 2 suggestions we've got. So
so soy and agriculture, and what was the other?
mailroom.
I think I'm gonna go with soy and agriculture.
All right. Thank you, rats. All right. So you're a middle manager in the agriculture tech. I want something like, I want like a job title for you. Something that's just sounds so boring and like you don't know exactly what it is, but I'm sure it's important.
I know that Mr. Weathers might not know exactly what it is. It's just a stepping stone to greatness anyway.
Yeah. So we're in the
I
soy.
think that's a cue I'm gonna give
I was gonna say, I
myself.
think that should be a cue. It's just a stepping
good
stone.
one.
It's just a stepping
Yeah.
stone. Yep. Start production for agricultural. Agritech. Make it sound really important. Then all right, so you still need
What
gear.
my steel wires do,
okay.
of course. A couple shadow amps I've got free, a couple pieces of gear, and a negative quality,
Okay.
and of course cues.
And you're not awakened, correct? You're just regular Joe Schmo. All right.
Regular Joe Schmo, like I said, got a little bit of hacking talent. I got some charisma to get by in con and negotiation, and corporate ladder.
Agritech Development Supervisor.
There we go.
Thank you, Rats. Again. He's good. He's good. Agritech Development Supervisor. For skills, what kind of skills would an agritech? So right now, what skills do you have?
I did complete out skills, mostly because they're things that get himself ahead. He truly doesn't care what he's doing. He's just trying to climb the corporate ladder. So he's got a little bit of hacking. He's got some con.
Okay.
That's pretty much his highest thing. Some negotiation. Knowledge, corporate. A tiny bottom amount of stealth and firearms.
Skill, shift the blame. Okay, so let's see. Agriculture, agritech. Maybe a skill in
Volunteers for experiments to climb the corporate ladder. That could be a reason why you have your cyborg arm.
Ooh, connection. I like that.
Yeah, any avenue to climb up, he will go for it. So.
Do you want then volunteers for experiments to climb the corporate ladder? I like that one a lot because it would explain your arm and the way it is.
Yeah, you just keep taking like experimental procedures and stuff to, just keep making yourself a better employee with the promise of.
Are you sure this will get me a promotion? Yeah, just give me your arm.
I like to call them improvements.
Yeah.
Yeah, done.
I don't really see any other skills that would particularly make sense. Maybe biotech, but I don't even think that would come into play. The most I would say is maybe just go for intimidation and.
Yeah, you know what? He probably needs a little bit of help in that area anyway.
Yep.
Let the skill wires do the talking in regards to that.
But as far as your skill, you said you had hacking, con, intimidation, negotiation. Let's
hacking, con, negotiation, corporate knowledge, stealth, and firearms.
All right. Yeah. No, that seems like a pretty well-rounded wage mage there. Or sorry, wage slave.
And we're talking a 1 in firearms. This guy's got very, very basic.
I kind of wish Deadeye was here for that, because I just imagine like you pulling out like a little like pistol, and he's like twirling his.
Would you like to know my positive qualities?
Yes.
My positive qualities are brand loyalty.
Which is not for Aztechnology.
Be Aztechnology and lucky.
Aww.
Because you have to have a lot of luck to survive in that atmosphere.
Fact. So you still need a negative quality, right?
I do. Yes, I do.
All right. Let's see. I'm thinking of some negative qualities. There's a list here. I'll just pop it up on our Roll20.
All right.
Let's see. Combat paralysis. Distaste for violence. Maybe some kind of emotional attachment.
There's silver tongue. If you ever want to like have more charisma or anything, you
True.
can even use that for like when they are doing experiments or whatever. You can always just ask them like, to be honest, like tell me the truth. What will happen to me?
So, Can I take more positive qualities than I have with Shadow Amps?
You can only take 2 positive qualities. So if you're
Gotcha.
going to swap
Sorry,
one
we're
out,
looking at negative one? I'm
negatives.
just looking at qualities.
Yeah.
It is pure negative from here on out.
So
Darn.
for the corporate sin, we're already under the assumption that he has a corporate sin.
I got that one
Yeah.
for free.
Yeah, that's a free one that we're aware of. We want an additional negative quality.
You could always have a phobia. That's like easy enough to deal with.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd like to take a suggestion on this one, but I kind of like the idea of like a low pain tolerance and the fact that if he actually got hit in any way, he'd be crying about it.
Yep.
Like flicked.
Seems to match the theme. I think that works.
Perfect. All right, so let's do low pain tolerance. So all of your penalties due to damage are increased by 1.
All right.
And then now we have 6 minutes left. We need to round out gear, cues, disposition, right? And contacts.
Yes. Yes.
Do you have contacts? All right. All right. So let's start with some quotes. Whatever. Let's get some catchphrases going. Let's get some like, what is this character like? I know so far you already have this is just a stepping stone. That's a cue.
Yeah. And I think I'm gonna also, because I just briefly said it, and I think I'm gonna go with it as well. Is I see how you might think that.
So basically, corp talk.
Yeah, yeah.
Like around the water cooler talk. Like,
Yeah.
see that episode of Blank last night?
The episode of Half-Life with Steve.
Still Half-Life Steve.
Play with
It's nuts.
hashtag kill Rebecca. Rebecca. I can't even speak.
Question for you, Damian. Do you have Twitch chat open, right?
I wish I did, but my potato is way too slow. So I'm kind of going in blind, which kind of is regrettable, but maybe for the best.
All right, so I'll make sure to read out some suggestions. Rain or shine, I'm here to deliver, and then bullets is in parentheses. Although if you suck with weapons, that would make no sense. This is true. Trying to think of some catchphrases.
Is
You
this
have a-
good for the company?
Is this good for the company?
Ooh, I like that one.
This is good for the company.
You have a low pain tolerance. You can always have like, are you sure this won't hurt me? Or I'm very sensitive there.
I'm very sensitive there. Yeah.
That could come into play.
Because I can't do that because that shows weakness, and weakness is a vulnerability.
Weakness is a vulnerability.
Weakness is a vulnerability.
Mhm, that could be another one. Can he deliver something else like a punch to the face?
It's an old injury. I'm going to make a killing.
Going to make a
I
killing?
like it's an old
That's
injury
awesome.
It's an old injury.
It's an old injury.
because I can
It's
see
just
that
a
when
flesh
he got
wound.
hurt
It's
and he was
just a
making a
flesh-
big deal. It was an old injury that was causing it clearly.
Hmm.
Good run, chat.
I definitely like
That goes against corporate policy.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think you have enough cues, right? How many do you have
I
now?
think we're good.
Yep.
It's like what, 5?
5, 7,
6.
6. Perfect. So when you use 5 of your cues, just like mark them off on your sheet. This little house rule that we have. When you use your cues, just mark them off, and once you have 5, collect an edge.
Sounds good.
All right. Oh, by the way, are you collecting your plot points for all these suggestions you're taking, which are awesome?
No, but however,
You should have be to full by now because if I have done my job in posting everybody's name to the raffle, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Correct.
already.
Yep.
You should be full.
Correct. All right. Now we need let's go with gear and contacts. So gear one I would suggest for you, because you're a wage slave, is long haul tablets.
Ooh, yeah, definitely.
Long haul tablets are the stay awake pill.
Certainly are.
You afraid of Freddy Krueger?
Afraid of falling asleep at your desk.
Yeah, long nights, giving everything that I possibly could to the core.
Yes,
There you
and
go.
just to give you some context there, we're talking 72-hour work weeks for wage slaves, so yay.
Yeah, you said stay awake pills, and that immediately reminded me of Freddy Krueger, because that's the exact brand name that they use for her, like, pills, her
Yeah.
anti-insomnia pills.
It's a sacrifice, and sacrifice is very dear to Aztechnology.
Q.
There's so many cues that you're just...
Sacrifice is very dear. I see what you did there. All right, we have a suggestion for BTLs of some sort for when you're not at work.
Oh no. Every character I play ends up being a drug addict.
Take some BTLs,
That's surprising. For the good of the company.
is a quote. The Q. So, BTLs?
You know what? I see him able to unwind with some Beatles. Yeah.
Beatles? Yes. Let's see, what else? And then
And those BTLs definitely have to be TV shows with a lot of feeling, because he himself is a dried up husk.
Like a soap opera? Like a soap opera? That would be amazing.
Yeah, it's something very, very mushy.
I'm gonna add another. We're winding down, and we still need
A
some
lot of just
contacts.
right out there. Emotion. Contacts, yes.
But Johnny, I love you. And he's like, oh no!
Hey,
But
it's
I'm
kind of
dating-
like a Spike in Buffy the Vampire Slayer watching his soap operas.
Yeah! Exactly.
So, how about some contacts, audience? Who does he know? And let's remember, he's a wage slave.
And it's all about who you know.
Probably someone from the company. Like,
Mm-hmm.
someone he can call in sick, like, type of thing. He
Yep.
has to call, where he always has to call in sick.
So his boss
Buffy.
is his contact.
And that person does not have enough ambition to stab him in the back.
Exactly.
More like
He's
is
like a
too
lamb.
good. Is too good to stab you in the back. Like you're beneath his notice, or her notice.
A drug dealer, maybe?
Yep.
A clerk that stacks, sorry.
above me.
All right. So yeah. So we got the clerk at Stuffer Shack, a drug dealer, the slacker guy at work that knows how to get around everything, a Mr. Fox, the janitor for Aztec's blood magic research department, who has seen things! Exclamation.
I literally just imagine
Uppercase.
his eyes, like, bulging.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, every single time he talks to him.
That blood cleanup, that blood magic cleanup, it's no joke.
I think Mr. Fox, and I like the idea of the drug dealer as being somebody on the outside that Mr. Weathers certainly doesn't know, but he knows Mr. Weathers.
So you're gonna take Mr. Fox and...
And drug dealer whose name is...
I didn't have a name for that drug dealer.
Yeah, name for the drug dealer. I see Buffy, but I don't think it had anything to do with the drug dealer.
It's a good one. I like that.
Just
You
Buff.
should know it just for the fact that you watch soap operas and you mentioned Buffy the Vampire
Well,
Slayer.
It's
Uh,
actually kind of witty.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm gonna do that. Buffy,
Buffy?
the
Buffy?
drug dealer.
Buffy the drug dealer.
That would be amazing.
All right.
And one more thing that I actually wanted to give people that I was actually curious of. I think that Mr. Weathers needs a very secret first name, and I think it should be something ridiculous or girly or something that he doesn't tell anyone really.
Like, you...
Ashley.
Ashley.
I was
No.
thinking Ashley originally.
I
Yeah.
was thinking, because Ashley, when I think of Ashley, I think of Ash Williams from Army of Darkness, or Evil Evil Dead. Can't even think of the name right now.
It's an Irish name.
Eugene.
I like how you say that as you just take a giant swig of your drink.
All right.
It's not girly, it's Irish.
Well, time has run out. So, what do you want to call your character?
I'll go with Ashley. Why not?
Ashley.
Alright.
Perf.
Kind of fits, Mr. Ashley Weathers.
Fabulous.
Excellent.
Adrian.
So,
That's another one you could use. Mantis.
So, before we start going into what the run is, let's get like a day in. I'm sorry.
You know what? Sorry. Rewind. I think I'm gonna go with Adrian.
Adrian.
Yeah.
That's two N's and an E at the end. All right.
Oh.
Thank you, Kai.
Weathers. I like
Adrian. Yes. Possibly from.
Mom was a cruel person.
So, let's talk about what a typical day for.
Was Adrian a suggestion?
Adrian was a suggestion from Kai. Kyoto. So let's go ahead and talk about what is a regular day for Mr. Weathers like.
Well, I think that he takes his ride in. The autopilot guides him to his work as the agritech development supervisor. He gets into work. He opens up his messages. He sends out a memo to his own subordinates. Now I feel that very much Snow Crash style, that should have a general amount of time that is expected to take one of the corporate wage slaves to read this thing. 4 minutes and 17 seconds is what I expect to see that it took to read this. Give or take maybe 10 seconds. Longer shows that maybe they weren't quite understanding the message. Shorter means they weren't paying any attention to begin with and were rushing through it. 4 minutes and 17 seconds is the approved amount of time that it should take to read this email.
Okay. And
then settle in. And I go about taking care of my daily grind. It is pretty much exactly the same every single day.
so question. Let's ask the audience. Where in the world is this taking place? Is this taking place in Aztlan? Is it taking place in the Aztechnology pyramid in Seattle? Or perhaps it's a division in Europe or Australasia or Africa.
Egypt.
Egypt.
I'm not familiar with Shadowrun Egypt. Has it changed at all? I literally imagine like Turbo and Retro seeing the pyramids, and Turbo's like, "I'm gonna ride that."
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Yeah, you know, I don't know much about what's going on in Egypt in Shadowrun. Do you, Damian?
No, and that area always kind of seems a little bit dangerous because it isn't that where around Asmundo is. I don't recall, but
I thought Asamondo was South Africa, or did that?
was it?
I don't.
Again,
I don't know.
I am not up to par on anything that's going on that way in Shadowrun.
Yeah.
My specialty is mostly in North America.
Yeah. Seattle is my specialty. You know, the basics. All right, well, I'm seeing a lot of like CAS or Denver. Or could we do Istanbul since we have the new source material now?
Istanbul.
Ooh.
Oh, gotta pull out my cutting aces for this one.
And I know Denver at least at least recently, Aztechnology got a new foothold in there, didn't they? I want to say they did after Stormfront,
Possibly.
because they were locked out of Denver for the longest time.
Okay. I say we blood magic. Is there blood magic in Tier Tangier? I'm not sure. Probably. Could we do Istanbul? Could we do Denver? Screw it. Let's do Istanbul. I think that'll be fun. Thank you, DJT Cut.
A song's
But,
gonna
and the
stick in
great
my
thing
head.
is, Mr. Weathers doesn't need to know anything about Istanbul because he's a corporate guy and he lives in his arcology and he never goes out.
Yep. Yep. So we are in Istanbul. Holy crap! All right, I gotta make sure I have my source book ready to go. In the meantime, so let's go ahead and ask the audience what job we are possibly doing involving Mr. Weathers. So this is how we work. We do the tag system, which is basically, think of like when you're making a blog post or whatever, you do little tags, hashtags, whatever. And all of that is basically just keywords for us to play off of and somehow create a run. So audience, start giving us some tags and we'll string together a run. Let me get my cutting aces ready to go. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, we've mostly been in Europe and North America.
Yeah.
I can't-
Istanbul's still in Europe technically, but we're edging out of Europe.
I can't wait until like someone picks like a little small town that no one would even think of, like Utah or something.
Utah.
I don't know.
All right, so let's see. We've got rival developments, biotech, skyrise 83rd floor. Need to deliver ritual blood samples or steal them. Okay, so let's see. I'll take. I like rival developments because that already gives me some stuff. So thank you, DJ. I'll just put it together in one word. Cut. Oh God, I just lost a viewer. I'm sorry. DJT Cut. It's fine. Good. DJT Cut. All right, so rival developments. Then, so that's one plot point for me. Then I'm going to take, I like Skyrise 83rd floor. I love skyscrapers, so thank you, rats.
Good thing we have a helicopter, guys.
Good thing I know how to do tricks on skyscrapers.
There we go. Now you're thinking.
T or T cut? Okay, I'll do T cut. Sounds like a gangster. T cut. Yes.
Can that be our enemies that we fight in the skyscraper? Like really
that man is much
cliche
too hard for corporate
gangsters.
life.
Big T, like Mr. T.
He really, really wants to have his coworkers. Okay, so here's a motivation for you. I'm actually gonna spend a plot point to force this on you, Damian. You really, really want your coworker's red stapler, but you can't get caught or you lose your job. Okay. So that's gonna be a motivation for you while whatever we do is happening. Yes. I'll go with Kai for. I'm just gonna do ritual blood samples. I'll just kind of. Because we're in Aztechnology. We would be remiss if there weren't ritual blood samples. And hashtag swing line. Swing line. Thank you, the Mantis. Yeah, I think he meant zip line, swing line, whatever.
No, the swing line stapler is the stapler.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is the red stapler.
Oh. I was thinking. Oh, okay. Whoops. But zip line ended up coming out of that, so thank you, Kai. We're gonna zip line somehow.
Yeah. Good thing none of us have a phobia of heights.
Sorry, jotting something down. And oh, all right. You know what? Since we're gonna do one last one from T-Cut, that's gonna be the 10,000 daggers. They're a mercenary group.
Sounds mysterious.
Sounds something like from Skyrim. For some reason.
Okay.
Sounds like
So,
something from a Chinese beat 'em up.
all right.
It does, now that I think about it more.
A lot of sound effects on
Yeah.
text.
Huh. Yeah. Now I'm like, oh crap. How do I tie in the 10,000 daggers? Like I had a plan, and then I'm like, wait.
Wait a minute.
Yes. So, organized crime. Just gonna give a quick. Yeah, they sound interesting. Just to give a quick idea of who the 10K daggers are. They. It's not.
They sound like people that Mr. Weathers doesn't want to know. That's who they sound like.
Yeah, I know that the Grey Wolves are a mercenary company, and the 10,000 daggers are a like separate one that I think is headed by the Vori. 10,000 daggers used to do some of the peacekeeping, but then they got some juicy contracts elsewhere. And so they don't seem to be like the main merc group here. Okay. All right, so let's start with Turbo and Retro. You're gonna get contacted from David Rump, your fixer, who is says, Retro, Turbo, how are you doing?
Not bad?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. That is exactly what I like to hear. So let's get down to business. We're gonna go ahead and do some business over in Istanbul. So I'm gonna have you head over there in that helicopter of yours, and what I need from you is you are going to get a message to a certain individual, and that is all I know about it so far. It just seems to be a message delivery job. My contact for you is in the 10,000 Daggers, which is a merc corporation. I mean, a merc group in Istanbul. And they'll be able to tell you more from going from there.
Okay, so what's this message?
As a fixer, I only have so much information, and this is really the fine gentleman's job over at 10,000 Daggers to divulge what they're going to divulge.
To be clear, we're getting a message or we're delivering a message?
It seems to be delivering a message. They will give you the full details.
So we'll get the message from the Daggers.
Correct.
And then we'll deliver it somewhere wherever they want to.
Got it.
Correct. Perfect.
Right?
Okay. It's clear.
Crystal clear.
Yes. So, let's say that you just fly over to Istanbul, and upon arriving, your contact, you meet them in the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul, in one of the many, many, many stalls that you can just get lost in. And your contact, tell us, everybody, what does this 10,000 Daggers contact look like? Or behave like? Just giving... Oh, man.
Before you do that, before you get the suggestions, I want to see the combo and chat about my jet-powered footwear. Just wanted to point that out.
Well, you know what?
Sneakers?
The Grand Bazaar. So here's the thing about the Grand Bazaar. It does kind of function as a black market of sorts. You just have to know who to talk to. So if you wanted to get some jetpack stuff, this is your shot.
Good to know. Good to know.
You know, Carl Joko, basically that. Oh.
I'd like to say that he's not for sale, but he might just be for sale.
Oh, that type of person. Okay.
All right. So, you know Khal Drogo, basically that. All right, fine. I'm going to do it. Thank you. Thank you, T-Cut. So, so the heavy eyeliner, long braid, shirtless, you know, lots of, like, he's got, like, strappy stuff, the Arak, the curved dagger, or curved, scimitar. It's called an Arak in Game of Thrones, so I know that. So, yeah, there you go. So, he as you walk into the shop, which the shopkeeper for this bazaar just kind of like ushers you through into like a back room, like behind one of their Persian rugs, just and you walk back and you see him just sitting in front of a fire pit, and he's like laid back like this, and he looks up at you and goes,
Great.
So,
yeah, we're both extremely charismatic. I just remembered.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Turbo looks him up and down and says, "I think you're our contact," and smiles. But she's trying to flirt, but she's like really like.
yeah. So
She's trying to
he's
flirt, but she's like winking, but she's just blinking both of her eyes.
so in a very heavy accent, he goes, "Yes, please sit. We'll discuss the specifics." So essentially,
very close beside him.
yes. So I am, just to get this clear, I am middle manager basically. The 10,000 Daggers are not your employer. We are basically a middleman. This is the job. I assume so far you've been told what you were told. That this is a message delivery job.
Yes.
So, here is the situation. And he hands you like a file on Mr. Weathers. And so you get like, you know, a nice corporate rundown of everything about him, and says, this individual was implanted with a suggestion, magically, to steal a coworker's stapler. The stapler, it is a red stapler by Swingline, is, and I had to jot this down, but I'm going to use my plot point. Thank you, X Ravnos. I'm taking the suggestion. Actually, no, I have to take a plot point. Is actually a hidden surveillance drone from my employer. What we need is currently we are awaiting Mr. Weathers to steal the stapler from his coworker. Upon receipt of the stapler, you are going to use this drone to deliver the following message. And you get a message, and I kind of want to leave this one up to the audience, but I think it's gonna be some. You know what? No, I'll take care of it. I'll use a plot point. The message is, if you do not assist with a what should it be? Ritual. There's a set of ritual blood samples on the 43rd floor I'm sorry, on the 83rd floor of the building, you will assist, or else. And then there's like some cryptic messages in there that are apparently supposed to intimidate Mr. Weathers. And I'll leave the cryptic messages up to chat.
Awesome.
Nothing will intimidate me.
So chat, what is the intimidating message for Mr. Weathers that will get him to join Turbo and Retro on phase 2 of the plan?
I am a loyal employee of Aztechnology.
Okay, so let's jot this. It can literally be anything. And then this will be, do it or the red stapler gets smashed. I think at that point he's going to want the stapler smashed after it delivers a freaking message to him that's blackmailing him. So...
You know, like typical, if you read this message under omitted, it'll explode or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or please discard after use.
Mm-hmm.
You want to keep your BTLs?
Ooh, you'll get demoted. That's a good threat. Join, or you're down to the mailroom. Demoted to the mailroom.
Oh no.
We'll tell management that you're responsible for the
Character generation became a
2007
self-fulfilling prophecy.
2007-4. That's hard to say. Accounting glitch. 2074. There we go.
All right. So yeah, we will tell management that you were responsible for the 2074 accounting glitch.
Knowing that he has BTLs.
Or want to go back to delivering mail.
Ooh.
Or do you want to keep... So do you want to keep your BTLs? You will join or you'll get demoted. Want to go back to delivering mail? We will tell management that you were responsible for the 2074 accounting glitch.
There's some solid ones there.
What would intimidate you?
Knowing about the BTLs, because that is a definite no-no. But might be able to get over the mailroom thing. That's a step back. I graduated out of that mailroom. I'm never going back. I'm only going up. This place is only a stepping stone.
So it's going to be want to go back to delivering mail. You will join or you'll get demoted. Thank you, Kai. Get demoted. Delivering mail. All right.
Mr. Weathers hates you, Kai.
All right, perfect. So the job, as it stands, is contact Mr. Weathers via the stapler and use him to steal ritual blood samples off of the 83rd floor of the Aztechnology building in Istanbul. So, do you have any further questions for your Mr. Johnson, your Carl Johnson?
So, how much are you going to pay us for this?
This is going because of the nature of the work. My employer and basically our employer is willing to pay 8,000 new yen, which is going to translate to 4 karma.
Do we want to negotiate, Scrim? I mean,
Jeez,
our charisma's great.
Right? Last time I got us less. I don't have any food I can eat, so that's not gonna work.
Like, that's your go-to. Like, you're looking around at the table and the fireplace, and you're like, there's no food.
I'm like, well, I can't convince them.
You just shrug at Retro.
All right, so what do you tell to Carl Johnson? Are you okay with 8,000?
I mean, what's my charisma? 4. I'm cool with 8 if you're cool with 8. Unless you want to... Yeah.
I don't want to mess it up again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'll say to him, I'll be like, that sounds perfect.
And he gives you a look, like just kind of a raised eyebrow, and just shrugs and says, all right. And he looks a little disappointed, like he was expecting to barter with you. All right, so 4 karma.
Yeah, it's basically like that'll work unless you want to give us more.
Well, the way that I think of it, it's twofold. One is typically when you just take the first offer, it implies that they paid more than what you were expecting, so that they could have gone lower. And then 2, Istanbul Grand Bazaar, like it's a very it's a haggler kind of culture. So I imagine like, so that's what that's about. But anyway, okay. So 4K, 8,000 new yen.
It's basically when he's like telling us the money and we both look at each other and we're like, eh? It's that point where we're just kind of like look around. We're like, where is Deadeye for us right now?
All right. So let's go ahead and do some legwork. Now, what I want to do for legwork in this situation, because you guys are like separate locations, is Mr. Weathers is going to be focusing on how the fuck he's going to get the stapler, and then Turbo and Retro are going to figure out how to get to Mr. Weathers via this stapler surveillance drone thing, and then basically get into the Aztechnology building and do the remainder of the job. So let's go ahead and let's do turn order for this. Damian.
So I have a overwhelming desire to get this thing. Then is that essentially it?
Yep. Yeah, it's been unbeknownst to you, it has been implanted into you magically as a suggestion, and this stapler has just become this obsession for you. It's such a nice red stapler. It's sleek. It staples like pa 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 pa, like automatic. Like the specs on it are just like way above your stapler.
I'm entering my my daily order entry, and it's just slugging past. And when usually I could use my own will to persevere to get through my day, I'm finding it hard to concentrate. I go across the hall, and I just kind of hang out by my coworker's desk for a moment, waiting for him to notice me. I clear my throat a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and he looks at you, and he's a Middle Eastern gentleman, and he just kind of has this. He has the kind of face that you hate. He's a dickbag. He's a smug dickbag.
He never deserved to get to the same level that I have had to fight and claw my way to.
Yep. Yeah, no,
Worthless.
he's getting ahead. You suspect on some nepotism, maybe. You know that he's you found out through the office grapevine that and I'm going to use a plot point that he's like third cousin twice removed, married to like sister-in-law or brother-in-law. Married to the sister-in-law, third cousin twice removed of your boss. So this was just all a big favor. Yeah. And he's just getting treated really well, treated better than you ever have. And he works in Agritech as well. But we'll say like his division is, let's see. So you're the development supervisor. So he's marketing strategist. And so basically something that, he's always kind of like up in your mix, trying to find ways of making the things that you're developing like seem marketable. And so sometimes he's like always middle managing you. Ooh. Like he's micromanaging you to like make things look so much, and like adding extra things to your plate too, like PR is important. So, like we got to add, we're going to do some relief work in the area.
And I make sure that I always fire back with, "Oh, do you think that's efficient? Do you find that your lack of efficiency is a problem in your day-to-day life?
Yeah, and and he says, while I respect efficiency, at the same time we are also interested in the company's branding, and that's always really the most important. There's a lot of doubt in the mega corporations, especially among the sinless, and it's up to us to ensure that when we feed them with a sense of social responsibility. Let's just look at the stuff. Yes, look at the stuff that Horizon is doing. They're just popping up relief work all over the place, wherever they're making their products.
Horizon. I wouldn't say that too loudly. We don't generally, at least what I know of PR, we don't generally like to compare Horizon to the same standards that we keep here at Aztechnology. At least that was what I was led to believe.
Well, I'm allowed to talk about my competitors. I happen to know enough about PR where I can talk freely about that. I understand that in your case, that's not necessarily something that's kosher, but
your competitors.
And as you're talking, like, your eyes just keep drifting to this stapler. Like, this is like first stages of My Precious.
That's it.
The reason I came over here wasn't to banter or try to improve your workflow. It was to mention, did you hear what Mr. Reynolds is funneling down through?
No, go ahead and tell me.
I had heard, and this is between you and I right now because we're such good friends.
Mm-hmm.
They're expecting a 10% increase in ports coming through.
In ports?
Essentially, our workload is all increasing.
Huh. No, sounds like you have your work cut out for you. And his phone rings and it's like, oh, sorry, I've got to take this. This is very important. And just goes to his comm call and he's just completely ignoring you.
I'm not even there, and I hate that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say his name is Ravi.
Oh, that sounds like a dick name.
Yeah. Certainly not a strong, manly name like Adrian.
Yeah. So this stapler is just sitting on his desk, calling to you, and he has his back turned currently. However, you know that if you were to take the there's a strict no theft of office supplies policy. So this could get you fired if you just yank it with anybody seeing. And everybody's, in their cubicle farms and they're just tapping away.
I actually, I look a little bit surprised for a second as he's on the phone ignoring me, and maybe I will go ahead and use a plot point and reach across and go, oh my, isn't that the third quarter? Isn't that the third quarter commercial strategy against her? And I tip over Robbie's cup of water onto him as I'm reaching.
No.
Right onto his lap.
Oh. And he gives you wait, I have to call you back. And hangs up his AR comlink call.
I'm sorry. I grabbed I grabbed.
Oh, Jesus, really?
Actually, I take off my coat and I start patting his crotch area with my.
Stop! Just stop! It's okay. Look. Just
trying to help.
God.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no! Look here. You want this freaking report? Here you go. I have. Oh man. Listen. And
I reach for it and knock over some more stuff on his desk. just a mess, like a Will Ferrell kind of. Like a mess. Just
give me a contest.
A contest, perfect.
I literally imagine you just going like, oh no, oh I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
My clumsy hands, Lobby.
Oh man. 4 successes. All right. Yeah, he doesn't realize, like, he's just upset, and he really doesn't know why you're so clumsy.
Hands for feet, feet for hands.
And he just does one of these, like, just give me a minute. Just step out of my cubicle. I will be right back.
Perhaps if your desk wasn't so messy.
He just does like a double take before he goes to the bathroom to like dry himself off.
And I do him the favor of like picking the stuff up I knock over, and swipe the swing line.
All right, swing line has been swiped.
And go back to my office with my chin held high and my chest puffed out. I have been victorious over the douchebag Robbie. Dumped water on him too.
Yes.
Insulted his efficiency and his desk housekeeping.
All right.
I call that a good day.
Yeah. All right. Let's swap over to Retro and Turbo. What research would you like to do?
Okay, let's see. Our goal is to get this stapler, right? As well,
No,
or no?
I'm
trying to like put 2 and 2 together in my head.
So essentially, Mr. Weathers is supposed to be stealing this stapler at some point. He has been tempted into stealing it.
Okay.
Upon him getting the stapler, that is when it's your turn to send the message. So you currently have no idea whether or not he's managed to get the stapler or not.
Okay.
It's a surveillance drone, right?
Yes.
So we could hack into it and see what's up and then go from there.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. And Carl Johnson would have given you the basically he would have given you access to that drone and surveillance.
Sweet. So we don't have to hack into it or not, or do we?
Nope.
Oh, awesome.
Sweet.
So at this point, you have seen that you see a lot of like yelling, like, just give me a minute. I will be right back. You see that, and Mr. Weathers just apologizes, like, oh God, I'm so sorry, I'm so clumsy. And then eventually, like, you just see like through the camera in the stapler, like a lot of scuffling, and then like just you see the floor just swinging back and forth like this, like he's walking with the stapler, and it lands in a desk, and it's facing Mr. Weathers directly in his cubicle.
Excellent. So should we contact him right away? Should we jump in? What do you think, Retro?
I could do multiple things. I could hack his computer at his desk and give him an email. And, anonymous tip type of thing.
We could also maybe use the surveillance to do something like, oh, a nice red tie, or
yeah.
something.
Yeah. Oh, we could
Creep him out like
we
that.
could totally freak him out. Let's do it.
Do it. All right.
Okay, what should we do, chat? Tell us what we should say to freak him out.
Well, let's start with a hacking test, since we're gonna
say. Let me see if I can even do this.
Okay.
Before we get excited, let's see if I can even do this. Now, I think I remember my hacking test, but I'm just gonna double check. Because hacking is what? Hacking plus logic, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus all those bonuses.
Yeah. Okay, I was right. 7.
Woo.
Bam.
All right, chat. What are we gonna tell him?
Yeah. All right. So here's what you've done so far. You're able to hack into the Aztechnology building's host. And you have basically you're able to send messages from an encrypted anonymous source into any employee's email of your choosing.
We just start messing with all the employees.
Oh man, we could do lots.
We could do everything.
We could send one to Ravi too.
Oh, we could. Oh, we could. We could.
So yeah, so you see, you probably see like, Mr. Weathers, what are you doing with the stapler currently? Now that you're at your desk.
Oh, that thing. You know what? I am keeping it out of sight, and actually, I take the time to put through a requisite for a couple new office supplies and a new stapler as well.
Including that red stapler?
Oh,
No?
no, I just figure
Just
I
new
need
staplers.
a new stapler so that when I get called by Robbie that's his stapler, I go, no, I put in a new requisition for a stapler. This is mine.
All right. Well, that is what he's currently up to. So you've like stashed it what, in like a drawer or something?
Yeah, that's the drawer is just slightly open so that I can look upon the stapler from time to time.
Okay.
Look upon it. That's like you're getting to Gollum mode right there. Almost there.
Yeah, so Retro in like the corner of your AR, you know, you have your video feed window open and like you just see like darkness and then peering. Like
I look down at the stapler and I go, just a stepping stone to greatness.
yes.
Awesome.
All right, so some suggestions. I see you have your favorite stapler. He sees you when you're sleeping. He sees when you steal the stapler. Take the trash out. This is a demerit. We know about the stapler. 5 demerits and you'll get a citation. 4 of those and you're looking at a violation. 2 of those and that's an oral warning. 3 of those and land you in a world of hurt. That was
I think we have to take that one.
Oh, that's amazing.
cartoon Trump.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
That was very well
Who did that?
I have to give that an applause. That
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
So you're emailing this to Mr. Weathers, correct?
Yeah. Hey audience, do we also want to email anybody else in the office? Like our new best friend?
I'm going to say leave that to you and your needs.
And my needs.
And your
Take care of
needs.
your needs.
Take care of your needs. Aztechnology takes care of your needs. Ding. Aztechnology logo, like right here.
Building a better tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll look over at Turbo, and as I don't know. Oh, I'm hacking. I'm like in the middle of. I can't speak to her.
You can.
Oh,
You're
I
able.
can?
Yeah, you have direct neural interface communication. So basically, you're able to, even though you're in VR, you can keep talking to her. She's not able to see what you're seeing, but you can keep in contact with her. It's kind of like, you know, you're like a virtual construct in the Matrix that just happens to be talking to someone outside of it. AIs do it.
Yeah,
So can you?
I'll talk to her and say, do we want to mess with anybody else in the building?
I have a couple ideas.
Oh yeah,
First,
do share.
First, Mr. Weathers is in a cubicle, correct?
Is she right now?
Yes, he is in one of currently 500 other cubicles that are on that floor.
Yep, I'll tell her.
Okay, so let's email all the people around him and say there's free cake in the break room right now, so we can get out of here.
That's
I'm
so
gonna
Clever.
T-Cut credit for the T-Cut gets credit for that.
Nice.
Clearly corporate approved. A corporate approved break. You are expected to take one piece of cake.
Another thought is maybe we should set up some kind of fire drill for the 83rd floor.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Like a time.
Yeah. That might be a good way to help us out.
All right.
All right. So I will. Yeah, I'll do that. I will send the email immediately to Mr. Weathers, and then another one to everybody else telling that there's cake in the break room, and underneath there's like cake in the break room, like attention all employees. There will be like what time do we want to go in?
What time is it now, Oz? Like, do we have a timeline at all?
We'll say right now it's, let's see, which should be a work day. It's 11 in the morning. On TGIS Saturday.
Yay!
Okay. Yeah, maybe we can say like 3 o'clock fire drill, something like that. 4 hours should be enough, hey?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
We can
thinking.
handle that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll say like there's a mandatory drill, a fire drill around this time, you know, like, yeah, 3. Make sure you do what we've practiced, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. I'm going to have you do...
You know.
So here's the thing. I had said that you use an anonymous source for those emails, or for any emails right now. If you want to send it from someone that seems more official, you're going to want to give me another hacking test.
Okay, I will do that for the fire drill and the cake.
Okay.
I can't believe that I used that in a sentence. The reason...
Are you comfortable with this level of success?
Hold on.
You are an Aztechnology host, after all.
I am? Hold the
Yeah.
phone. I'm wondering if I have any rerolls to my hacking, but I don't think I do. Oh wait,
You should, yeah.
I do. I have 2. So okay.
We at Aztechnology do not take these kinds of shenanigans lightly.
All right, so 5. So you're able to send it based off of the dossier that you've received so far. You send it from the appropriate employee for cake in the break room. So basically, like one of the managers, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, you know what? I'm gonna spend a plot point. I'm going to say that you actually get a great idea to just do it through Mr. Weathers.
That's what I was actually going to mention.
Yeah?
That we should just use his name.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Mr. Weathers, you get an email from yourself saying that there's cake in the break room and a fire drill, which apparently you are now enforcing. And immediately, like, above that, there's this anonymous message, like, you know, read privately.
Which I do.
Yeah. So, so as you do, you see, like, hey, they have, like, coworkers going, like, hey, cake in the break room, come on, let's go.
I'm going to use
Thanks.
the plot point. I'm going to use the plot point and actually say that there is cake in the break room. So
yeah, you saw it on the stapler. You saw it on the stapler surveillance drone that there's cake.
Yep. Somehow.
No, you go ahead. That's for you. That's from me to you.
Oh, thank you. Always thinking about everybody. Love you, bro. Love you, dude.
And I wait till he passes.
Yeah, don't work too hard.
I open the email that says read privately.
Yeah, this is a
And
demerit.
It's that thing about demerit points.
Your microphone's breaking up a little bit, so if you said anything, I didn't.
Well, my eyes widened and I slammed the drawer shut. Oh, am I back?
Oh.
Hello.
I think you're good. Keep talking.
Back?
Yep.
Hello.
All right, good.
All right. So, what did you hear?
You got the email that says this is a demerit.
Okay, so I open that email up, see what it says content-wise. Slam the drawer shut immediately that the stapler is in. And think to myself very quickly, if this was real management, they wouldn't be sending this from an anonymous email. I quickly call up AR and quickly write back, who is this?
What do you say?
What do you think you know?
What do you think?
So you open up like a little IRC chat.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say red's a lovely color. I would want one too. And then I'll tell Turbo, I'll be like, he's talking back. He got our email.
Oh gee!
Yeah.
I know how this kind of thing works. Who
Oh,
are
do you?
you, and what do you want?
I'm gonna reiterate to Turbo.
Should we send him the message right now?
You think so? It would be appropriate timing.
I feel like it's time. Let's do it.
All right. Yeah, I will send him the message that I forgot.
Oh,
But we
yes.
send it to him.
The
I was to say, someone wrote it down. I didn't.
Assist with the blood ritual on the 83rd floor, or else you will get demoted.
Right.
Back
Yep.
to the mailroom for
Back
you,
to the mailroom for
Mr.
you.
Weathers. Oh, I'm gonna spend a plot point to say we know his first name. Back to the mailroom for you, Adrian.
Adrian. Yep. It's perfect.
Well, I just go pale. Absolutely
Oh.
pale. Like pastier than I normally am from my life inside the archaeology.
So, with
I can't be involved in it. Surely the consequences of being involved in such a thing outweigh the consequences of what I am in for in regards to borrowing this stapler.
you, I'll spend the plot point and say that the last guy that stole office supplies is currently on the streets of Istanbul. Lost his corporate housing, lost everything.
Ooh.
Mm.
Just because he wanted that fancy ruler.
Yep.
I'm gonna say it's a ruler.
Yep. Yeah.
Ruler.
Yeah. You passed by poor Sherrod. You know, on your way to work in your Eurocar Westwind. He was you saw him with his you're getting all these flashbacks of the homeless please help hungry sign. And he recognized you and he waved and he shook his little tin cup. And what did you do?
You just drove past, didn't you?
And
You just drove past.
I switched off autopilot a moment just and splashed him with water and then put autopilot back on.
Oh my god, you're horrible.
Take a plot point for for horribleness.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. You heartless bastard.
That's the kind of person Mr. Weathers is.
Mm-hmm.
I
Poor
will,
Sherrod.
I genuinely don't want to be him. I just imagine doing that to me.
I will message him and I'll be like, also, I can surveillance you. So I will be making sure that you are doing this.
Alright, I know him. I know somebody who might help. But I'm not talking about this here. You are not the only person with surveillance over here. We all have surveillance over here.
Like the stapler?
Are you actually telling him about the stapler?
No. That would be bad.
Can we meet somewhere?
Ooh, Turbo, he wants to meet us.
Yeah, well, do we have to help him with this blood ritual thing or what?
Apparently, he has some kind of connection or something that can get you all into there, and we don't know what that is yet, but he can
So
help.
we're being paid to also make sure this ritual happens, correct?
No,
Yeah.
you have to steal ritual blood samples.
So
Oh,
we get
right.
paid when he does his job.
Yeah,
So basically,
you
when
need
he puts
him.
those on the 84th floor?
83rd floor, yeah.
83rd floor. Once he does that, we grab these samples, and that's our job.
Yeah,
So we also have to make sure that he does this.
yeah. He is somehow, which will let the dossier explain, or him, Mr. Weathers himself explain. He has some kind of access to these ritual blood samples, or connection or something, and he is basically like your ticket in. But you need to come along and get those samples because, security is obviously going to be high.
Right.
He's just a wage slave, but he has his use. And this is the leverage that has been created against him to assist.
So maybe we can say, get him to let us in to some, like, I don't know, like a common room or whatever, and we'll meet him there, and then make our plan from there. How does that sound, Retro?
That sounds good. Because I was thinking that we could pose as employees. So I'm going to use a plot point.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that there are 2 female employees that are sick, or they are gone, busy, on vacation, whatever, that are getting, like, they're new employees. Let's say they're new employees. So no one knows what they look like. And they called in or something, but they have higher authority than Adrian. So we could, like, let's say, copy their IDs. Like, make our faces on ID cards so we can open up doors, elevators.
Okay.
Question is can I do that? As a
yes. We'll go with an electronics test for this. Well, you know what? We'll do 2 things. We'll do a hacking, then we'll do an electronics, because you need to get the information. You need to get that information, swipe it down, and then you need to enter it into some pass keys.
Okay, here's my hacking, and then I get to reroll my failures. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, all right.
And then and electronics. This is the first time I'm using electronics.
So you have access to basically the procedures of how the cards get made, and you find 2 female employees that fit the bill perfectly, that are above Mr. Weathers in the corporate ladder.
Perfect. That's my electronics test.
Okay, and yep, you now have 2 business cards that you're able to use to enter the Aztechnology building as employees.
Sweet. Yeah, so I will tell Mr. Weathers that we will meet him. Where do we want to meet him? You wanted to meet him at the facility, you were saying?
Yeah, maybe, let's say the 82nd floor, common room.
Who
Sounds
has... Retro, you had surveillance systems, right? Or surveillance knowledge of some kind? No, matrix security knowledge, something?
Security systems, K.
Security systems? I'm going to say that you would know any AAA, or basically just corporate buildings in general, surveillance is high.
Yeah, I would bet.
If you're gonna do stuff like this, you need to make sure that everything is shut off. You need to basically make it a black site, a room kind of thing. I don't know if that's the right term. Basically, like, you ensure all of the security is down for that, without, of course, anyone noticing.
Yeah. Okay, I have an idea. Far-fetched idea, but let's meet in the 82nd floor common room, where we will act as employees all the way through, whatever. Say that we have a private meeting, because I assume that we have that higher authority that we can do that. That was the whole point. Once we get into that room, I will do what I can do is pretend fainting, and you guys being like, oh my gosh, and trying to help her, and then while I'm blacked out, I will hack, and I will turn all the lights off, and that's when I will set off the fire alarm.
Okay. So your meeting is at, what, you're setting it like at 2:30?
Yes.
Or 2 p.m.,
That
something like
sounds
that?
about right.
Okay. So you get a meet time of 82nd floor common room, 2:30 p.m.
And then I'll tell Retro the whole thing that I just spieled.
Turbo.
sorry, Turbo. We have very similar names.
I mix it up too.
Yeah.
Who am I again?
Mr. Weathers, do you accept this meeting?
I pause quite a bit before hitting yes on the invite.
Okay. Perfect. So a meeting has been set, and everything is going into motion. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick, short 5-minute break, and we will return to Join the Anarchy. See you in a bit. Hello and welcome back to Join the Anarchy, an interactive yes, right on time.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. We just went back on air.
Hello.
So, recap of what is currently occurring. Turbo and Retro have been hired by someone in the 10,000 Daggers, although as a middle representative for somebody else, to basically blackmail Mr. Weathers, a wage slave in Aztechnology, to assist them with stealing ritual blood samples off of the 83rd floor of the Aztechnology building in Istanbul. We are currently... A meeting has been set for the 82nd floor common room, in which the plan is going to be discussed. So, let's begin with... let's start with Retro and Turbo actually needing to enter the Aztechnology building. So you guys you have your passes that you have created. And they work, so
Yay.
you're able to, with all the biometrics that you've added in and everything, you're able to literally just go swipe through the building and up to the 82nd floor to meet Mr. Weathers. Before you do, though, can you both give me disguise checks? If you don't have disguise, that is charisma.
I was gonna mention that before we went there, we would have probably have gone shopping for uniforms or outfits. So if you need a plot point, I have 2 left, and I can use that.
Even Turbo went out for corp uniforms?
Yeah, we went shopping together. I forced her to get a pencil skirt. I will use a plot point for that.
the most garish blazer I could find.
Exactly. Shoulder pads. You're shopping retro. We go to thrift stores.
So you both have like that
50s style.
Yeah, you've got like that triangle cut kind of, big shoulder pads, cinched waist.
But we look good doing it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good. Pink lipstick.
That power suit. So, all right, charisma tests then for your disguises.
Mine's 4.
Mine's 4 too.
2 successes.
2 successes.
Comfortable with that?
No. I don't know. Even if I edge it though, what am I gonna get with 2?
Exactly.
You know what? I will spend 1 point of edge.
I'll spend a point of edge as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. That's just rolling our failures, right?
Yep. All right, so 2 successes apiece.
Successes it is.
Great.
So you pass by some Aztec security, and they look at you. They raise an eyebrow at your shoulder pad, but otherwise they do not seem to give you any trouble as you board the elevator to the 82nd floor.
Awkwardly toddle in my pumps.
Yeah, I only got 2 successes too, so.
We get in the elevator and the doors are closing, and I'm just like, don't take them off, don't take them off.
I'm just like pulling like wedgies and like, oh fuck, it's so uncomfortable. I can't wear this shit.
There's just like this long pause, and they go, thongs? With animals?
All right, so, ding, you're on the 82nd floor. And let's say, Mr. Weathers, where are you?
Already waiting impatiently.
You do like twiddling your thumbs.
Rubbing his hands together. And when he sees you guys, all of that, any nervousness disappears. As if he wasn't nervous to begin with at all.
Excellent. So, get to talking. You've got a job to do.
So I nod at him and I say, Adrian?
I prefer Miss.
Yeah, your mic's cutting out a little bit again. It sounded like Mr. Wells.
I don't know.
I think you're back up now.
That's clear. That's clear.
Let's describe the break room for a bit. We're gonna say that this floor is currently under construction.
All right.
So
Okay.
And that's why it's cleared out currently.
yes,
The regardless of it being under construction, the kitchen is still in immaculate standing, fairly Spartan. People are expected to take a 10-minute break here, even though lunch is half an hour. We're expected to eat and get back to your desk.
yes, and with the exception of some painters and like carpenters and stuff that every once in a while will pass by, you pretty much have it's a pretty empty in relation to the rest of the building.
All right. All right. Turbo's gonna make herself some tea. Kitchen.
It's time for tea, is it? That's what you came here to do, have tea.
Oh, we've got half an hour.
Time to kill.
Look, I don't want to stretch this on any longer than it has to be. And where did you get those suits? How did they even let you in wearing them?
How dare you?
I
I'll
told
have you know that this was once fashionable, alright? And it still is. This
Yes.
I own. I had to buy, hers.
Ah. All right then. I mean, my grandmother wore such a thing, but you pull it off. You pull it off.
Thank you. I was gonna say, I would be very careful what you say to me.
That was charming, Mr. Adrian. Okay.
You
Found
seem to
us
get
how I
along
got
with the
this
girls, huh?
I get along with the ladies.
Right,
Which-
right.
The both of you are not, because you are blackmailing me.
Oh, it's not us. It's some other guy. We don't even know.
See, we get the job and then we do it like people are supposed to.
So what
Yeah,
is
that's
it that you
right.
are? Are you were supposed to be Shadowrunners, like in the Trids?
You can use what title you want, but the main importance is that if you got the email or not, which you have. Which means, Mr. Weathers, you have a job to do.
Yes, it would
So-
seem I do at that. Now I have a contact. I have a man upstairs who might be able to do something to help.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
I assume that you guys
What
have.
about
Have you guys already discussed the parameters of the job? Or no?
That we have to get the blood magic.
Yeah.
Bit, steal the. Yeah. We
Yes,
mentioned that.
So we just catch up, like, this is the job.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So your man upstairs can help us. What exactly can he do?
But what about my safety before we get into that? What about my name? The name of Mr. Weathers. Mr. Adrian Weathers, as you've brought up.
Well, if you don't do anything stupid, you'll be fine.
Exactly. Just follow our lead.
If I get caught in my involvement in this at all, it truly will be back to the mailroom with me.
It might be back to the jail room with you.
Or the streets. Mail's not that bad.
It's hideous and tedious, and I have a tedious job as it is. All right. Damn it, all right.
So, this
I'll make
man
a call.
upstairs. We need more information about this contact of yours before we agree to it.
That wasn't in the deal. I will make contact with him. I'm not further exposing the inner workings of Aztechnology to you.
Well, at least tell us what he can do for us. Let's see if it's actually valuable.
He's a project lead. I know people.
Ooh, project lead.
Fancy.
Don't antagonize me. Let me make the call.
Okay. So who are you calling?
Mr. Fox.
Mr. Fox. The project lead. Yeah. The janitor. So let's see, Mr. Fox, janitor for Bloodman.
Remember, he has seen some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. All they need to know is that it's handled. He's certainly a project lead. He is definitely not a janitor.
Yeah. So so Mr. Fox answers, and he's in his 80s, hasn't been allowed to retire yet because of his very low wage. And you go, hello.
I turn around so that I'm not facing these two.
Oh, Mr. Weathers, it's good to see your face. Yes.
How
What
long
can?
have we known each other?
Since you started working here, what? Must have. Let's see. I had just broken my hip, so 70, 10 years.
10 years, 10 long and very fruitful years. I've done a lot for you, Mr. Fox.
Yes.
I'm sure we can recall all the good times we've had.
Oh, so many. Do you remember the time that we went out for a soy calf? That was the best day because you added a biscotti.
Mr. Weathers has no idea what he's talking about, but he assumes it was probably a time where he was trying to bribe him. We need to do that again, yes. In the meantime, I'm going to need access to the 83rd floor.
The 83rd floor. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I understand. Whatever it is that you need, it's just you don't want to go to the 83rd floor. That there is all kinds of horrible things I will not mention going on in the 83rd floor. It's top secret.
Yes. There's got to be a time or a moment or something. I've never seen the 83rd floor, but
Know what you want to.
I
had to get psychiatric evaluation after I've been to the 83rd floor.
I
No one will
swallowed
ever.
incredibly hard.
Yes, and I tell you, I'm not supposed to tell you. I mean, the psychiatric evaluation.
Things you've seen.
Yes, and I'm under a do not
Non-disclosure.
an NDA about it. So just telling you this could put me in a lot of trouble, and it will put you in a lot of trouble, Sonny. Are you sure this is what you want to do?
Yes.
I will. Can you give me a negotiation test?
Yeah, sure. Ooh, I am.
3 successes. You're good.
Yeah,
All right. He says,
I think.
I can get you the keys. I can get you
Come
the
on, there has
access.
to be something.
I can get you access.
Keys.
So I can get you access to essentially the entire 83rd floor. But I pray for you. I really do.
I pray for me as well. Every
Yes.
day. Pray for me.
So we'll say that he able to, I guess, slip you a janitor's access card to get to the 83rd floor. Now, let's talk about the target, the ritual blood samples.
Yes.
So, Mr. Weathers, do you know anything? Let's start with the basics. Would you know anything about these blood samples?
Absolutely not. Aztechnology does not, and I repeat, does not get involved with blood anything, never mind blood magic.
Yes.
That's not, it's against corporate policy.
Even though they're supposedly ritual blood samples on the 83rd floor. Yes.
No,
So,
they're not there.
yeah. What you do know, I'm going to spend a plot point, is the 83rd floor works on various top secret in the know projects, and of them, one of them that's come down the grapevine is something that will affect the agritech. Basically your department, anything that has to do with agritech development. And you know that there's currently a race with Global Sandstorm, the AA headed in the Caliphate. That's right. To basically get any agritech, that same tech, to market before Aztechnology can. You, perhaps, if you were to, say, get your hands on that information, you might be able to angle yourself better to climb the corporate ladder, to basically put in your 2 cents of how you can get this to market before Global Sandstorm can, because you're a genius.
I am very smart. I'm very intelligent.
Yes. So, regardless of what these blood samples are, you have something that you want on the 83rd floor, and they can do whatever they want, but you're going to go ahead and you're going to deal with yourself. And they're not going to find any blood samples, because that's all a lie. It's a fabricated, constructed
They
lie.
don't exist.
Nope.
All right.
Okay.
I turn back to these two. It's taken care of. We have janitor's access to the 83rd floor.
Project lead access, do you mean?
No, janitor's access.
Oh, okay.
You,
All
you
right.
have to be inconspicuous. The project lead does not want to be associated with anything that you hope to find there.
All right. Well, we better take care of surveillance. And I look over at Retro.
Yeah, I'm gonna look over at the clock and I'm gonna be like, yeah, okay. I'll stand up. Okay. I'll stand up and I'll tell Turbo, I'll be like, make sure he doesn't like panic or anything. You know? And I'll do the cliche like, oh, I'm feeling so faint, and then I'll collapse down on the floor and begin hacking.
All right.
I also have to make this fire alarm go off. So, yep.
Go ahead and give me a hacking test.
5.
All right. Any
I look at
rerolls
Turbo.
with that?
No, I already did all my rerolls. Unless I can do them again.
Your
Re-rolls.
all the any amps that give you hacking rerolls, yes. You always have them.
I always have them?
Yeah, it's not a one-time use.
What? I always thought it
Wait,
was.
so she can just re-roll until she has all successes?
No, she has she can re-roll 2 dice
Yeah,
of
basically.
based off her shadow amps, yeah.
Yeah. What? I thought it was re-rolling failures for it.
No.
Okay, I'll roll the 2 dice that
Unless
I
you have go big or go home. I don't think you
I do.
Yeah, then no. It should be whatever your cyber deck or your data
Yeah,
jack or something. They give you some rerolls.
Yeah. It's my
Your program, I think
Yeah.
you also have. Okay, great. So, yes, so 6 successes. You set off the fire alarm.
and the surveillance.
And the surveillance,
lights.
yeah. Yeah, you basically, so basically, the whole, what range of the building are we talking?
let's just say like 80. Let's say 80 for the lights. Just have 82 and to like 77, and then for the surveillance, the floor that we're on currently, 83, and let's say a couple of other floors above, just to give us that little extra edge if I have to like call my helicopter in, so they don't have to see it.
Okay. Okay.
And of course
Conspicuous.
yeah, and of course the fire alarm everywhere. I really don't know how we're gonna get it out. That's why I'm like, if I have to call the helicopter in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. So, the fire alarm is on. People are escaping, and right now, after something that starts occurring with fire alarms is some fire doors start closing here and there. So, parts of the building are starting to get sectioned off. But if you move quickly, you might be able to get to the 83rd floor before you get basically trapped in a fire safety zone.
Great. Alright, yeah, so I'll wake up.
When she comes to, Mr. Weathers has already got his hand out to help her up. You do know that full immersion into the Matrix isn't uncommon, and they actually have chairs for that over there.
Yeah, but you also have to fight cameras.
So, can everybody give me an athletics test for the running that needs to occur? We're going to basically say this is going to cover, like just sliding under doors that are closing and...
This is just agility, right? If we don't have a skill?
Correct.
All right.
Great.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my last edge to re-roll my failures. 1, 2.
2? All right. So, Turbo, you're fine. So you can give me a cool action thing that occurs.
I whip out rocket rats and my skateboard, and I
just in your
glide.
briefcase.
Yeah, it's in my briefcase, and I glide like on my stomach underneath all the doors as they begin to close.
Yes, just as the door closes, right before Retro and Mr. Weathers are able to do anything. So, Retro, you're gonna have to give me a hacking test, or Mr. Weathers.
Well, I'm gonna let her do it because this is her job.
So you're okay with being trapped here?
Oh no! I'm gonna have her hack the door.
Mm-hmm. All right.
As I'm hacking, I'm gonna... I guess, if I could talk to him still, I'm gonna be like, do you have anything for these doors that'll make this faster for us?
Well, not after you triggered the alarms. I had janitor's passes to allow us access. If I should say so myself, triggering the alarms already was a little premature.
Thank
Highly
you.
inefficient.
Thanks.
The door slides open just enough and just kind of halts so you guys can crawl through. And you're able to basically, you swipe some cards. You're able to swipe a card, go up the emergency stairwell to the 83rd floor.
Sweet. So the blood samples are on the 83rd floor, correct?
Correct. Your target is there. So right now what I'm going to do is we'll start off in turn order. Now that you're on the 83rd floor, and I'm going to leave it to Damian to describe the 83rd floor and what he does.
The 83rd floor is a somewhat sterile environment. Much in the way that the lunchroom below it was kind of was kind of very. It had a formula to it. So too does the 83rd floor. Um, very few workstations in cubicles. Lots of long stainless steel counters and and lots of fluorescent light. Experiments happen, and Mr. Fox may have been right. There are things that you don't want to know that go on here.
Yeah. The hall like just in general, this floor is, the look of it is so much more high tech than anything that you've seen so far in this building. Like, it is just marble, like that gray marble slate that's in the Apple stores, and then like white lights and like that kind of, it's that look. It's just very industrial lab. Yeah. So far you're the stapler, the red stapler, chirps to life. I'm gonna spend a plot point. And basically you get a message from Cal Johnson saying, basically giving you like a list of objectives. So you know where the room for the ritual blood samples are, and and that there should be a planted zip line.
I forgot about the zip line.
there's a zip line that's been planted, and he gives you the location for that, to be able to basically somehow get yourself off the 83rd floor of this building.
Great.
I go up to the stapler and I say, "Hi, Cal."
And then shuts off.
We'll work on your flirting later, Turbo. Don't worry.
Now, Damian, you would, or sorry, Mr. Weathers, the Agritech research department. You're able to like look through with your corporate overlay. You're able to tell like what is what, and you see a room further down the hall from. Actually, earlier down the hall. Like, okay, so it's further down the hall, but then Turbo and Retro, they have to go further down than that. But like just before then, there's Agritech research and development.
If you excuse me, I have my own business to conduct here. You'll find what you're looking through there, I believe, anyway.
Excellent.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. You're
I don't
gonna
think
stay
you
with
should.
us.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think we should split up.
There's no one here. You saw to it, and you saw that this floor was sealed as well, which worked out pretty well to our benefit anyway.
It doesn't mean you can't call someone. You're staying
Exactly.
with us.
Do you think that if I wanted to call someone, I may have done it already?
I can check if you'd like. It's not that hard to hack into somebody else's phone or AR.
I'm after something, some information.
What kind of information?
Further my own goals.
You're breaking up again, Damian.
It's not your concern. Your concern is these samples. That's your job.
Oh, that's your concern too.
Oh.
That's why you're here right now.
Am I getting? Am I back?
You're still cutting out.
Oh.
There we go.
Potato,
I think that's.
Potato internet.
Just keep talking.
There we go.
Yep.
There. It's good.
Little kitty. All right. So we left off at that. Was it my concern, or that's your concern because this is your job?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you insist on coming with me, you can do so.
Tell me what
Otherwise-
exactly that you need or want.
Some information that'll further my career by knowing it.
Okay, you know what? You are not going to compromise this job by doing your own little side thing where you get to be middle manager number 2. We are going to get what we came for, and then I don't care what the fuck you do, but we're getting out of here.
Once
Mr.
we're
Weathers,
gone, you can do anything.
I'm gonna. Can I intimidate? Can I do that?
Sure. Actually, no. You know what?
No?
You guys, this is yours. The intimidation's for NPCs.
I think it's going to be pretty easy for you to intimidate Mr. Weathers anyway, because he
Fair enough.
takes a moment to size you up. And plays it off like maybe you're making some kind of sense. All right. We'll play it your way then.
Good.
Hey,
All right.
Yeah.
check this out.
Retro
Alright.
will actually walk down the area and she goes, anybody else get the feeling that they're in like Tron right now?
Yeah.
Is it just me?
What is Tron?
You uncultured swine.
So, Retro, your turn.
Oh, sweet. Great. Okay, so we know where the blood samples are and everything like that?
It's supposed to be further down the hall.
Okay, before we go there, I'm gonna spend a plot point, and thanks to T-Cut for this one, I'm going to, or somebody mentioned this way back, I'm going to poke my head in a door, and I'm going to discover some boots that appear to be rocket powered. Yoink!
Yoink. Great. Go ahead and okay. Add that to your gear list. Rocket boots. Great.
Need more room on my gear list.
All right, so now you've taken the rocket boots. Did everybody else go into the room follow Turbo, or are you just like, you're just kind of going off on your own and you're like, ooh.
Yeah, I just kind of poked my head in and said, what's that?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I actually have something. So she goes off to investigate something she saw, shiny that she saw. I'd like to put a plot point and say that that Retro is in front of us at this point, and Mr. Weathers takes that opportunity to decide that he's had about enough of following orders and he's distracted anyway. I'm going to take the moment to, without telling Retro, slip away and go where I wanted to go in the first place.
All right.
Great.
All right. So Retro, as you're walking down the hall.
Doop doop doop. Okay. Yeah, I will. Now, I don't want to use my last plot point. Damn it.
Well, I did it.
Well, I just want to make sure that
If
the
you
hallway
take
is-
ideas, you
Yeah.
take a plot point. If you
I got a
Yeah.
plot point for that. I forgot.
give ideas, you give a plot point.
No, I just want to make sure that the hallway is clear of like traps or something, and I want to be like, oh, I did that in my hacking test earlier, but I don't want to, because I didn't really specify. So, I'm just gonna waltz. I'm probably actually gonna walk half down the hallway and turn around and notice that I'm completely alone, and just go, damn it, guys.
Didn't we
just go over the plan? Like, okay, so, and then I'll like cross my arms and go, okay, and then I'll just like kind of walk back and start looking around corners, cubicles, inside other rooms for other people, my people.
Currently, the place seems to be abandoned.
Go ahead.
Is there anything Audience, because I need more plot points. Is there anything in one of these cubicles that I look into?
You know what? Let's call this a perception test and see if you win it.
Okay. What is perception again?
Logic plus willpower.
Okay, I had it written down and then it vanished into myth. 6.
Damn. All right, fine.
I was gonna say, beat that ass.
Nah.
Alright, audience. What's in this cubicle that I looked into?
Meanwhile, while we figure that out from the audience, Turbo, what are you doing?
Okay. I have enhanced vision goggles, and the lights are off here, right? That's what we...
Did you turn these lights off?
I turned the ceiling lights off, but you said that the floor is luminescent.
Yeah, so there's like emergency lights on. Those would be on.
Yeah. Well, plus like the fire alarm. Have you ever been in like buildings where fire alarms, like they have those little light bulbs and they flash like in a circle?
Mm-hmm.
So those are probably going off too. Until the fire alarm shuts off.
Yeah, I mean, also remember that there's just like this the fire alarm. It is really loud and really annoying. So any hearing-based perception tests are going to have some problems.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on my enhanced vision goggles. I'm not exactly sure what they give me, though. Do I get infrared?
Do they have infrared? I don't... You can spend a plot point to have them have infrared.
They have infrared.
Nice!
So now I can see where everyone is.
I mean, you wouldn't have, like, it's not X-ray, right? Or is it infrared?
No.
Okay.
I just, like, if they're not behind something. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, infrared waves work the same as light waves, so I can see where you are if you're trying to skulk.
Who would be skulking?
Skulk.
Well,
Skulking.
Retro, what is it that, what's in the cubicle? I see a couple of good suggestions there.
Yeah. I'm really going for like all the old stuff that Retro could have fun with. Like an old Fushi mainframe module? I don't care. Module. And a DOS computer. An Apple. Fiberglass AR display. I really just want to take like 2 of these because they're really good. Let's go with
286.
let's go with a it's either do I want to be practical about this or do I just want to choose one that I actually really like?
Pick whatever you want. Just pick a pick.
No, that's it. Game Boy.
Game Boy? Thank
Boy.
you, X-Ravnos.
You had me at Game Boy. Video games?
All right.
Video games? Yeah. Retro's gonna kind of give a squeal that probably no one can hear from the sirens going off.
Mm-hmm.
A Nintendo DS, god damn it! You know what, I'm gonna...
No, you already picked Game Boy.
You're so mean.
That's 80s anyway, right?
Yeah, that's... Well,
90s maybe?
That's 2000 something.
Yep.
Yeah, Nintendo DS, the original.
Yeah, but the
Nintendo
Game Boy
DS.
is like 80s
Oh, yeah.
and 90s.
80s
Yeah,
and 90s.
she's gonna give out a squeal and she's gonna grab it. I'm gonna say Pokemon Yellow is in it, and she's gonna like pack that away, and she's gonna have an extra skip to her step.
Alrighty.
All
right, so-
on that later, turn that into something else.
So continuing on Turbo's turn. All right, so you see Mr. Weathers and Retro are not together.
This is great, guys.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna follow Weathers.
All right. So you can follow him directly into I assume the agritech research R&D. Yeah. And what does she see you? What does she see you doing in there?
Well, I slide right up to one of the terminal in there.
Okay.
And I try to start going to work on this thing.
All right.
I want to pull the information that I need out of this thing.
Excellent. Give me
I want to do it quickly before I get caught by one of these Shadowrunners.
Give me a hacking test.
And I want to use the terminal itself. All right. I always reflexively pick up the dice that I've been using as tokens for my plot points.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. My incredibly good hacking.
And I'm going to say you're adding a glitch die.
Oh.
We haven't
So I
used it yet.
So I
Yeah.
get the glitch die macro as well?
Well,
That's
yeah.
what I do.
First do your hacking test, and then you do your. All right. All right. So nothing happened with the glitch die. Are you comfortable with 4 successes?
Considering I'm using a terminal there, I think I'm pretty good with it.
All right. Well, yeah. So it was enough. So you're able to basically start a download of the information. It's going to take you another narrative turn. So. All right. And Turbo, you walk in, and this is what you see him do. You see him in like, just basically like what? You're like jacked in via like a data cable or something. Yeah.
That's it.
Into a terminal.
All right, I'm gonna rip it out.
Oh,
Take him out
oh shit.
and say, "Thought we told you to stay put."
You know that you may have cost your own run by doing that.
Whatever.
Let me continue my work, and I'll cover it up. Get your sample or whatever it is you were getting.
Oh my god, how long is this gonna take?
Not long.
Fine, I jam it back in.
Oh!
All right, you're gonna have to restart your hacking test. So give me another one.
Good job, Turbo.
That's what I get. I'm good with it.
Okay, yeah, I only got 4 successes as well, so that ties go to you. So yep, so you start your download again. All right, my turn. So I'm gonna spend a plot point to say that you hear the like of footsteps, like booted footsteps that are running up the actually no, that are yeah, we'll say they're running up the stairs. That's my first instinct, so I'm just gonna go with it. They're running up the fire escape, and they seem to be approaching. I'm gonna give Retro, since you're in the hall, you can give me a stealth test.
What
To
is
try and-
stealth? Just
That would be agility.
strength? Agility?
Yep.
4.
All right. So you're able to duck back into the room where you found the Game Boy just as like the door swings open, and you see and like well, you wouldn't see, but you hear Turbo would actually see this maybe with the infrared. No.
Because we're in a room now.
Yeah. So no. So you just see like, or rather, you hear several booted footsteps walk into the 83rd floor, and there's all right. You overhear the prototype has been tampered with. We need to locate it. I have a signal.
Oh, shit.
It's coming from there. And you don't know what they're talking about.
I have an idea.
Then I'll use another plot point to switch it up. I'm gonna have Damian go Mr. Weathers go last, and yeah, I'm okay with this. So Retro,
Yeah.
you're first.
Great. Yeah, I'm gonna look around the corner, to kind of see who it was or what it was, and we can sub vocal, right?
Yes, you have
I'm gonna.
you have communication via direct neural interface. So it's not even a subvocal. It's just you think it goes into text or voice or whatever, and like you basically have technological telepathy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna ask her. Which way, actually, before I do this, which way were they headed? Like, if I look around the corner and if I look for them, are they past me or are they down the hall that I was headed to?
They would be coming from behind. So like where there's the elevators and then there's the stairs right next to them, and then you guys were going down the hall. So they would be behind you.
Okay. I'm gonna tell Turbo that we have company, and it could be other people working here, it could be the fuzz, we don't really know. But I'm gonna go get those blood samples while you do your thing. How about that? Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so give me a stealth test to look around the corner inconspicuously. That would be agility otherwise. Are you comfortable with this level of success?
No.
Would you like to use a point of edge to reroll your failures?
Don't have a point of edge.
Oh. So a very perceptive guard amongst.
Can I actually say that when about like while I look out, I just go, oh crap, and I fall flat on the ground.
Sure. Yeah, so you're not graceful at all, and you just fall face first into the hallway, and find yourself facing four Aztechnology security.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, 4. So let's say oh, and they the very first thing that they do is they're gonna fire. You're gonna see like these.
Oh no.
This flash of and like this electrical crackle come at you. So can you give me a dodge test? But you're gonna lose 2 dice because you're on the floor.
That makes sense. That's my agility, correct?
Correct. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's agility plus logic is your dodge test.
Oh. Agility. Oh shit! I lose 2.
You lose 2.
Not bad.
All right.
I get really excited when I like have so many dice, and I'm like, I'm gonna get so many successes, and then I get like 3.
Three's okay. That's
Yeah,
not
3's it's better than my 1.
bad.
I just dropped my character sheet like behind my desk.
All right. You get hit with like the of the tasers.
Oh no.
Let's see how much that is. That is a.
That's
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, that's yes. That's going to be 7 stun.
Only 7?
7.
Okay. Alright.
Halt.
Good job, guys.
Yes. All right. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Yeah. I'm gonna complain. And I'm gonna complain very loudly. And apologize and be like, I'm sorry, there was something that I needed to do at my table. I was just working here. Like, how dare you?
You just see like
Higher management.
so like as you're screaming all of this panic stuff, like the 4 guards just approaching, and like 2 of them flank you. Another's like keeping an eye out for any other people. Like they're like in a formation basically.
Right.
Can you give me a contest?
Contest.
If you don't have con, that's charisma.
Is it just charisma?
Just charisma.
Deadeye!
Deadeye, where are you?
At least got one.
I have to be comfortable with it. Don't ask me. It just makes me sadder.
They'll look down at you and say,
Put my hair back and bat my eyes.
yeah, and say, ma'am, you are supposed to be in the fire drill. There is currently a fire drill. You should not be in here.
I understand that now.
They are currently not. They are currently. They don't seem intent on firing at you, but they are still suspicious. Turbo, your turn.
Okay. So we're in a little side room. But I'm gonna spend a plot point. I'm gonna make this side room a little bigger and make like sort of a dark dark corner in the room and also a door through which we can exit. In this dark corner are two coworkers going at it. I'm stealing this from the I can't remember who suggested it.
I think that was X-Ravnos. I think that was X-Ravnos because I love that suggestion.
I'm so happy you grabbed
So I'll
that.
take that plot point right back. Yeah, I'm sorry. Who originally suggested that?
I think it was X-Ravnos. Let me double check.
A couple of
Yep,
coworkers-
X-Ravnos.
Yeah, X-Ravnos, yeah. So yes, thank you, X-Ravnos. And I'm going to I'm gonna say the guy's on top, and I just smack his back and startle him.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit upset.
Yeah, he's gonna. So you know, he's like, holy shit, and like, like he's like pulling up his pants that were like down to his ankles, and like just stumbling and falling backward, and the female counterparts, she's like lowering her skirt, and they're basically gonna say, oh, please don't tell anyone. We'll do anything.
I'll be like, I won't tell anyone if you leave right now out that door, and I point to the door where the security guards are going to come through.
Oh no!
Yeah. All right. Give me a negotiation test.
Okay.
That's charisma.
I did get the boots, T-Cut. I did. Negotiation. Charisma?
Yep.
One success! You know what? This is a really key that they don't find us, so I'm gonna edge this one too. So that's my second point.
3 successes. Nice. All right. So, they say they just like hurriedly like trying to like scramble their clothes. They're just like stumbling down, and they pass. So they like pass Mr. Weathers on the terminal? Is that what's happening right now, or is this like a
they pass him, he's doing his thing, and they head out the door where the douchebags are coming.
Yeah, so they don't even pay Mr. Weathers any mind, it seems like. They're just like, so they stumble out into the hall. And you hear security, and security is just basically, you know, like, oh, halt there, stop, you should be in the fire drill.
See, I'm not the only one, officer.
Yeah, and before we get to Mr. Weathers' turn, the current last thing that you hear is we're gonna have to pull them all. We're gonna have to pull them all aside and keep them in a. What am I thinking? Like safe space is the thing that's coming to my mind. That's not the same thing, but just basically like we need to.
Like a separate office where they can push.
They need to. Yeah, we need
put,
interrogation.
Yeah.
For questioning. That's what it is. We need to hold them for questioning.
Oh boy.
All right, Mr. Weathers.
All right. So Is it going to be a narrative pass after this one that the download is complete? Or?
Correct.
So I will continue doing my business. And given that I hear some commotion, I'm actually going to like scooch down behind the desk at this point.
Yep. Yeah.
Leaving my shiny desktop.
Yeah, so you just see like 80%, 85%. Like at the start of your next pass, you'll finally be able to like plug out and you have your information.
Right.
Aside from that, is there anything that you would like to do to, I don't know.
Absolutely. I'm going to take this opportunity as I just peer out the door slightly here and notice that Turbo's no longer there. And I placed a call to my boss, Mr. Arsenal.
Mr. Arsenal?
Knew it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mr. Arsenal, picks up and says, "Hello, Mr. Weathers."
Mr. Arsenal, I'd like to request a meeting this afternoon. What do you say, 5 o'clock?
What does this entail?
The promotion you'll be giving me.
Well, that's quite presumptuous.
Is it a date or not?
Hold on. Let me make sure that I see like messages coming in from. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. I did not. Okay.
Didn't miss much.
Okay. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to know. Whoop. Make sure. Oh man, I like totally ruined my my overlay. Yep.
Oh no.
What did I do?
Disaster. It's been hacked. Compromised.
No.
This is what happens when you
With Mr.
rip
Weathers.
a data check out.
Okay, hold on. Wow. What did I do?
Night of technical difficulties. It is definitely Mr. Weathers' fault.
Good job, Mr. Weathers.
There we go. Okay, I got it back up. All right. Yes. So, yeah, your deck is your comlink, your comlink that you're communicating. It's just glitching. The reception here is just so weird. It's just like glitch. Yeah. And says,
It's a good thing.
well then, I look forward to seeing what you have to offer. It better be good.
Only the greatest sacrifice for Aztechnology.
You get a little window like for a meeting. Yes, no,
Oh yes.
ding. Yes, it's been added to your calendar. All right, GM time. The security is going to state. All right, let's go ahead and you see like one of the security retro like tap like a little display and says it's in the Agritech research and development room, so I'm gonna go and check that out. And so you have the other three guards are like currently containing the situation, and then one of them is walking into the Agritech room. And they're looking around, looking at their display, and they look right into the dark corner where Turbo is standing.
Oh.
Meanwhile, the other security, they're pulling. the other security are pulling Retro up on her feet, and they're getting the other two employees, and they're taking them aside into another room, where the Game Boy was, and they're gonna. And they're gonna say, we're just gonna have you wait here until we locate our objective, and then you'll need to be on your way for the fire drill.
I give him a very stern look as I cross my arms.
Let's.
And I'm gonna sub vocal to Turbo, like, hey, we're gonna stuck in this room. I'll try to figure it out, but you're on your own, except, unless Mr. Weathers.
So spending a plot point, I'm gonna switch it up again. I'm gonna put Retro at the bottom. So Turbo, you're first.
Okay, so can you explain my scenario? This
This guy is in your room. He is looking in the dark corner that you said you were hiding in, right? That was the idea?
Yeah, I mean, that was assumed, yeah.
Yeah. So he basically, he seems to have a lock on your position, and he's just walking right towards you.
Okay. Now, I said there was a door back here. I'm gonna spend a plot point to say that it's ajar.
Okay.
It's a little bit open. And I'm gonna sneak through it and leave the rocket boots behind.
Okay.
Here, I'm sorry.
All right. Give me a stealth test, please.
Stealthy. That's agility, correct?
Yes.
All right. Agility is my friend.
And you know what? Glitch die.
Damn it. I can re-roll 3 of those. So 5 successes. And here's my glitch die.
Damn.
Whew.
All right, nothing happens. All right, fine. Yeah, you're able to slip out of the door just fine. You actually happen to slip right into the room that you need to be in with the ritual blood samples.
Nice.
The room is unlike everything that you've seen before has been this clean, sterile environment. This is like completely other end of the spectrum. This is like ancient Mayan, Aztec, just decor. All of these like different blood vials are lined up in like a step pyramidal kind of layer case, or there's like instead of a shelf, it's like pyramidal like that, and it's around, and you see like there's torches, and there's like various daggers, stone slabs, etc. You get the feathers. You get the picture. Yeah. So your the blood samples that you need to locate. They are current. I'm going to spend a plot point. These blood samples are behind a glass case that has like some kind of special swipe, like keypad swipe lock on it.
Okay, all right. Is that the end of my narration, or can I?
Nope, you have one. You slipped into this room.
That was my move, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use my employee badge that I have and try to swipe them out, see if I have clearance for it.
You do not have clearance for it, and final plot point.
Great.
Intrusion. Mr. Weathers.
So I hear the alarm go off, and smile smugly to myself as I calmly pull out the a and I'll use a plot point for this, a sterilizing wipe that's at the desk because, I mean, this is a sterile environment. And I polished the red swing line, my precious swing line, that was issued to Mr. Robbie specifically. And I polish it and I leave it on top of the desk.
Oh. You
Can
were
you
framing
just
someone?
give yourself that plot point right back?
Good work.
Yeah,
And
really.
Oh
now it's
man.
time to, I adjust my jacket and time to sneak out of here.
All right. Give me a stealth test. If you're trying to sneak out.
I am definitely trying to sneak out.
Yeah, so like the security guard has already passed you and is like looking down at the boots.
The alarm.
Oh right, yeah, alarm just triggered. Like has the boots in her hands and now all of a sudden the alarm's been triggered. So she's looking around. So yeah, stealth test.
Now again, I am new to Anarchy here. Does spending edge work the same as it does in Classic?
No. You can spend it beforehand and it'll mean that 4s, 5s, and 6s are successes.
Okay.
If you spend it after, it's re-rolling your failures.
Okay, so I'm gonna just roll straight up here, and then I'll try to re-roll my failures if necessary, because I'll need it.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Oh man, if you had spent edge beforehand, that would have been.
No.
And you would have gotten a bonus die as well. Oh yeah, I forgot that part. Yeah, that would have been 4 successes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to hope that 2's enough.
2 does happen to be just barely enough. You're able to. Well, you can describe how you sneak out.
All right. Well, I wait till that the thundering boots go past me towards the alarm, and I try to take the long way out around the cubicles, using them in a Neo from the Matrix like fashion of getting away using cubicles as my cover,
All right.
and essentially trying to follow after the people who were having a good time.
Excellent. So where is it that you want to head to?
Essentially to the exit.
Okay.
I'm considering this a bust with the alarm going off. I am not taking a fall on this.
Okay. Retro,
Yes.
your turn.
So my current situation is I'm in a cubicle with 2 lovebirds, right?
Correct.
Or a room, rather.
Yes.
Okay. I'm guessing this room is locked. Or having a security guard watching it or something.
You're just being flanked by security guards. The door is flanked by security guards that are watching you, and you have one guy outside.
Great. Not knowing how well versed these guys are in hacking or matrix stuff, I'm just gonna.
I don't like the sound.
I'm gonna fake pass out again.
Okay.
That's what I do best. And I'm gonna start hacking things. Okay. First things first. First things first. I want to shut off both fire alarms, both alarms. The alarm that Turbo set off and the fire alarm.
Okay. Yeah. So hacking tests.
I know. Shit. There's a door to where Turbo is, right? Where the box is and everything like that.
Yes. So there's the door that she went through from the other Agritech room, and then there's the door from the hall.
I can lock one of those if you want me to. I'll do the hacking test for the fire alarms or the alarms in general first. And then I'll sub-vocal. I'm good with that because I don't have edge. I will sub-vocal to Turbo. I can lock you in but you'll have to find a way out.
Yeah.
You're good with that? Okay. And then I will do another hacking test for the doors. 4.
All right. Yep, you succeed. The alarms shut off, and the doors lock behind Turbo.
Awesome.
All right.
And on my downtime, I will before I wake up, I will send an email to the company's employer, and I will frame Mr. Weathers for something so he can get fired.
Okay, wait. So you're sending it to Mr. Weathers' employer. What are you sending?
Let's see.
Take it from Ravi.
Yes. Okay, I will. Yeah, I will do. I will have it from Ravi. What should we say? It has to be good. It has to be something that they'll believe.
Oh, this is.
I don't want anything. I don't want anything where they're going to be like, I need actual hard proof.
Oh, that's dirty. All right, tell you what. While you're thinking of that, you kind of did a lot of things on this turn, so I'll say we'll make this part of the next narration. So.
Yeah.
All right. My turn. You hear. All right, what's going on? And like all of the guards are getting suspicious, and they say, "Bring in the specialists." And Mr. Weathers would know that anytime that this is rare, but whenever he's heard the specialists bring them in, it's always been people in very Aztec garments. They seem to be some kind of wage mages.
These are the people that
They give you a very they give you a very bad vibe, man.
Did I overhear this while I was sneaking past? The
Yes.
specialist talk?
Yes. They are incoming.
I take a large gulp of breath and I'll wait for my turn.
In addition, the currently like, all right, let's go check this out. And when they go down the hall and they see that the door is locked, it's like, it's locked, and they can't seem to their swipey cards don't seem to function right now. So the lady that had the rocket boots in her hand, she's gonna get to work. She's gonna try and hack through the doors. So I'm going to give you the results of that after this. Turbo?
Okay, I'm gonna inspect this cabinet that these vials are in. It's got a swipey thing, and you said it's made of glass.
Yes.
If I break the glass, will I break the vials?
Depends. You could, yeah.
So no shotgun.
Yeah, no shotgun.
No.
Okay.
Not to mention, I don't think you would have been able to like sneak in. Like, I don't know how much you would have been able to sneak in. Probably like a couple of guns and stuff, but not a full-on shotgun and a katana.
Probably not even my katana. I was thinking, because that's pretty big.
Yeah. I'll say, call Johnson. He fitted you with some like light pistols that are concealable for you when you're in here.
Okay.
Light pistols and taser guns.
All right. I'm gonna spend a plot point to say that I find some kind of weird ceremonial dagger lying around.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to use the hilt to break the glass.
All right. Give me a close combat.
Right. Wait, is that strength or agility?
This is agility. Although, let's make it a strength
Okay.
instead.
Okay. 3. That's not great.
Do you have any rerolls with your cyber
no.
arms and stuff?
It's only for agility, I think. Let me double check because I might have agility, athletics. I also get +1 attack. What does that mean exactly? That doesn't mean
plus one.
successes. That means +1.
+1 damage, I think.
Yeah,
no, wait.
yeah.
+1. Just says +1 attack. That's weird. I would say that's +1 to your roll.
Okay, I'll
combat.
do one more then. 4.
4. All right, you hit your mark.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you're able to smash the glass, and the vials just tip over, but they don't like spill out or anything. But you're able to you kind of make a mess in there, but you're able to reach in and grab the vials.
Okay, I'm gonna take the vials, and then I am going to.
And the alarms sound again. Intrusion!
So I'm going to then take out my grapple gun, and I am going to. This was a suggestion from Ex Ravnos. I'm going to rappel my way up to the ceiling vents.
All right.
And then climb into an air vent.
All right. Perf, give me give me an athletics test. So get yourself in there, rip out the vent, get in the thing.
Athletics. This one I do have rerolls. So a total of 3. No.
All right. All right. Well, you're up in the vent.
Yay! I got them.
Yay!
Okay, now I just have to get retro. And also not run into these specialist guys.
Yeah. In the vent, I'll spend the plot point. This is where the zip line is. All the zip line equipment. The zip line is attached to this heavy harpoon gun style thing, so it'll shoot just looking at it, you know that this is going to shoot a very far distance, and the amount of cord that's attached to this, it's going to be enough to get you off the building.
Awesome.
All right, Mr. Weathers.
All right. Well, first thing I'd like to do as a quick action is to send a DNI to these two.
Okay.
I'm putting myself out on a limb for you. You owe me. And I'm going to act as if I'm walking into this room now. So I was just sneaking around, heading towards the exit, almost there. And now I'm going to act as if I was walking right into this thing. And I'm going to get a swagger of authority as I walk through. And
Okay.
give an applause. Security guards.
Maybe I won't get him fired.
Yeah, so you're...
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they're currently holding weapons and say, what are you applauding us for, sir? You should be in the fire drill.
An excellent reaction time. This went a little bit far beyond a drill. We were also testing security.
Contest, and give yourself a plot point.
Yeah.
The react... Right. Stop rolling those dice. Let's see. I'm going to spend the edge beforehand this time.
Okay.
That is pretty good.
All right. So yeah, so they're gonna say, a drill. That would make a lot of that would actually make a lot of sense as to why that room is closed. They didn't want us to get to the objective. I see. Of course.
Oh no,
of
that's
course.
a test that you failed. You have not taught was well.
Oh,
Congratulations on that.
this is
But not good enough.
Well, we will.
Or either.
Well, we will ensure, to review our methodology and update all of our our initiatives and our, what is the word I'm looking for? Damn it, protocols.
Protocol? There you go.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what you're looking for. I kind of well, the truth of the matter is that I will be discussing this issue at my 5 o'clock meeting with Mr. Arsenal.
Oh, okay.
But
Well,
until then, go back to your duties, and we will continue on building a better tomorrow.
they all look at each other very nervously and dejected, and just say, all right, well, we'll just go ahead and escort these. We'll escort these people downstairs. Off the. Is the fire alarm still on? Then are we still doing this?
Is it still actually on?
No, it's not.
I'd say it's
Turn
over.
it up. Yep.
Get these people out of here. They were not supposed to be here in the first place.
Okay, so Retro, you start seeing like your like I guess like your GPS or whatever, like your tracker is like already being like walked out of the room. So like you're basically you're feeling like someone is carrying you out of the room and down into the elevator.
Damn it! I wanted to go through the vents. Oh. The only time I have this, I have a cue that says like, "Oh, going through the vents." It's so old school. I love it, but I never get the chance to use it.
Turbo is though.
Use my cue. Use it.
Yes. Go ahead, use it.
Yeah, going through the vents, so old school. I love it.
Yay!
All right, so Retro, what do you do?
All right, he helped us. I won't fire him, but you know, I am gonna repay him. I thank you. We're gonna fire Ravi. Someone's getting fired today. So I will send an email. Let's say it's from Mr. Weathers. That he has intel or knowledge that Ravi has been doing things for the other company. This Oasis, you said?
Global
Right?
Sandstorm, you mean?
Global Sandstorm. Something close to it. He has been slowly taking funds out of this company and into Sandstorm's company. And to make proof on that, I will do that. So let's see if I can even-
Embezzlement. Yes, go ahead and hack.
2. Come on.
Are you comfortable with this level of success? You're creating financial records on an Aztechnology host.
Use
I
that
have.
edge.
I don't have any edge. I'm at 0.
But you should have some rerolls, right? For the non-hacking
Ah.
stuff.
Oh shit, I do. Well, I have only the 2. 3. 3.
3. All right.
You know
Well,
what? It's all right. I was gonna say it's the last thing I could put a glitch die in, but if it's all right, I don't want a glitch die.
are you spending a plot point to do a glitch die?
Why not? Sure.
Yes.
Sure. Why not?
Mr. Weathers'
Oh,
future
shit.
hangs in your
I
Oh
know.
shit.
Damn it.
Ah! Mr.
I
Weathers.
always get one. Oh no.
Ah.
We're sorry, Mr. Weathers.
I'm so sorry.
He tried so hard to save you.
I always get ones. Why did I agree to this?
Wait, real quick. So your cyber deck gives you 2 rerolls, right? Or 2 dice of reroll?
Yeah.
And then do you have a program called, I think you have a program called Exploit, which I think also gives you another 2 rerolls.
Oh shit, yeah, it does.
It does.
Okay.
Do you want me to
Yeah, give yourself another 2 dice here.
one more success?
Okay. All right, well, you send the email. And you fudge some financial records.
Great.
And we'll find out where that goes.
Great.
So my turn. Basically, Mr. Weathers and Retro, they're escorted down to the. Well, Mr. Weathers, I guess I don't know where you want to get off, but everyone else is. Yeah. Everyone, Retro gets escorted down with the other two out of the to the first floor, where Retro is able to literally just walk out like nothing happened. Mr. Weathers returns to his cubicle, and Turbo comes across the exit to the building is this big fan that she'll need to somehow stop to then zip line out. And that was a suggestion from somebody. There was a fan suggestion.
It was way back.
Yeah.
Extravenos. The vents.
Extravenos?
The vents lead to a huge
Thank
port
you.
with a massive fan to the outside.
Perfect. All right, thank you, Extravenos, for that suggestion. And yeah, so I'll spend. No, I get a plot point if I take it. All right.
Yep.
Bam. All right, Turbo. Actually, you know what? I'll spend a plot point to switch it up. I'll go ahead and do Retro first, then Mr. Weathers, and then Turbo.
Oh, so I'm
You're first.
Okay. I don't know about this fan. Yeah, I'll wake up. They're carrying me out?
They are currently carrying you out, so you're still in VR.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll wake up and subvocal to Turbo. How's it going with everything? While I, look at the, security guard, I go, my hero! And I'm gonna hug him.
Yeah.
And then, I need, yeah, how is Turbo, how are you doing up there? Is everything looking
big
good?
Fan? Can you do anything about that?
I'm on
It's
it.
gonna chop me to pieces if I try to go through it.
I'm on it. Yeah, so...
So while you're like messaging back and forth with Turbo and you're getting the lines of text or whatever in your feed, the security guard that's holding you, he blushes and says, "Oh, that's really very kind of you, ma'am. I'm Eric."
It's always a new boyfriend for Retro.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna like give him a kiss on the cheek, and I'll be like, "That's a nice name," and then I'm gonna pass out again. And I will hack this fan for you, Turbo.
Turbo messages back, you playa.
I'm on the job, I'm on the job. And then I have technically 4 rerolls to my hacking.
4 dice, yeah.
5.
This host is garbage. I've been like it gets lots of dice, but I roll like crap for it.
Years of Mr. Weathers having his way with this host and stabbing people in the back using it has created so many backdoors.
Fair enough. Yep. So the fan stops.
Sweet.
All right. Mr. Weathers, where are you going? What are you doing?
Oh, I was indeed going back to my cubicle.
Mm-hmm.
And, looking around and thoroughly thinking, this is the end of you, cubicle. We're going to an office for the windows soon.
All right.
And Mr. Weathers, all he needs to do is wait for his 5 o'clock.
Can you give me a while you're sitting there and waiting and twiddling your thumbs, give me a perception test. I've got matrix perception,
Sure.
but it's still the same thing. So it's logic plus willpower.
Matrix perception?
Yeah, logic plus willpower.
Okay.
Are you comfortable with this level of success?
No.
You have edge,
I'll use an
don't
edge.
you? Yeah.
Yes. So that's... Oh, what, 5 dice? Roll. Alright, 5 in total.
You see that from your outbox, and this would have been hidden if you hadn't decided, in your boredom to look, an email has been sent out on your behalf. Basically everything that Retro sent out, all of the stuff that was corroborating Ravi's embezzling from the company, and very shoddy financial records. Very shoddy. Like, this is just the worst evidence. It's going to lead directly back to you. And can you roll your edge?
Yeah. So just my edge dice?
Your total, whatever you started the game with.
Yeah.
0 successes.
Can I use a plot point to try to hack over her work? Really quickly? Or that basically what that was.
You can use a point of edge to re-roll your edge.
Oh, I have 1 left.
I will use my last plot point to give you a glitch die if you want it.
Oh god. Yeah, let's do it.
Alright. That's the only thing I can do. Like...
So I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay.
So it was something. And the glitch die.
Nothing happens. Okay. It is currently unread.
Oh. All right. Time to get to work.
So here's my question. Do you want to adjust the financial records and get Ravi fired, or do you want to eliminate that this ever even came from you?
So they were essentially making it so that or it was to essentially incriminate Robbie to you know what, I already know something that she didn't know. I appreciate the gesture from her, but I already know something that they don't know in the fact that I've already incriminated Robbie. I will delete it.
All right, deleted. Go ahead and give me a hacking test.
Sure.
Yay, we didn't ruin his life.
Yay!
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And then I've got some re-rolls there. Oh, 3.
Was that your last point of edge that you used?
Yes, it was.
Okay. You are not only unable to delete the email. Ice is going to get summoned from the host, and basically, like, just the jig is up, alarms are going. You're trying to delete personal emails, or basically you're trying to delete emails off of your boss, Mr. Arsenal's account.
It still hasn't been read?
Correct.
Gives me time. I jack out of my terminal, get up and realize when my gamble has not paid off, and start to make plans of jumping to global as I walk in. Time to defect.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was it?
I said time to defect and work on plans to jump ship into a new company before this email gets read.
Okay. So you have a contact in Global Sandstorm is basically what I'm...
Yeah.
Not yet? Oh.
One day.
Okay. Turbo.
I just have a lot of information that Aztechnology has on them at this point. Downloaded into my cyber deck.
Fact.
And a lot of inside knowledge in regards to Aztechnology. I'm a free agent as long as I can get away.
All right. Turbo.
All right, I'm gonna spend my last plot point.
Okay.
Say that there's an air vent right above the room where the rocket boots are. I'm gonna go down and get them before I zipline out.
You know
Okay.
what's funny? On my turn, when I was being carried out, and the reason I wanted to go through the vents too is so I could use one of my plot points to say that there were 2 pairs there, so we could both have one. But I was carried out, so.
All right. So you have your the boots, and it's now time for you to zip line out. So go ahead. You're gonna. So let's say that there's the Hagia Sophia is nearby. So you're gonna like. That is your best. That's the best thing that you can like shoot at.
Okay. So I'm going to aim at the Hagia Sophia, and I'm going to I take this massive harpoon gun, and it takes quite a lot of effort to aim it where I need to go, and I launch it. And it's got a handy like little thing I can grab onto, and I strap on the rocket boots, and I grab onto the line, and I rocket out on the line.
That's not dangerous at all.
So give yourself a plot point for that, and give me an athletics test.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Boy, a chill.
Actually, instead of athletics, well, okay, fine. Athletics, we'll do that. And then can you also give me to actually have fired the gun? So firearms.
That's also agility, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the first one was athletics, and that's the firearms.
You okay with that?
I can reroll 3, so I'll do that. Guess I am.
All right. So the thing, like, it launches and it just whizzes right past the like the first thing, and it lands finally like onto the like the domed part of the Hagia Sophia. So you know that as soon as you land, you're gonna like slide. You're gonna have to do like, you're like, ah, crap. You're basically gonna be on like an incline like this, and you're gonna. So all right, so you athletics your way across, and you can describe how you, with your 5 successes, are able to descend the Hagia Sophia.
I whip out my skateboard, and I turn off the rocket boots, and I do a bunch of tricks all the way down.
Perfect.
What's the tricks? I grab onto one of the pillars and I go whoosh all the way down.
Nice. All right. So you have everything you need. Everyone is out of the building. Well, except for Mr. Weathers, but who cares about him, right? So, all right. So let's go ahead and have a debrief. I think that was a very successful run there.
Poor Mr. Weathers.
Sorry, Mr. Weathers.
He'll be back.
Sorry. Oh, please come
ruined his
back as a
life.
villain. Yeah, please come back as a villain.
Ruined his
That would
life.
be amazing.
So,
Oh my god.
So the two of you meet Turbo and Retro. You meet Cal Johnson back at the bazaar.
You got
As
your
we're-
samples.
As we're walking in, I'll sub-vocal to Turbo, and I'm like, now's your chance. Go, go, go. And I'll like nudge her.
And as I hand them to him, I like stroke his arm.
Retro just slowly like, oh no. Like, you don't do that. Like,
He'll give you he'll just kind of like, he'll look you up and down, and he doesn't say anything. He just turns and drops the cred stick.
Oh, my heart.
And well, the shopkeep says, Oh no, that is good sign. If he did not approve, he would have killed you.
Oh. Good to know.
Oh, really?
So, you have you've received your pay. You have your 4 karma. Mr. Weathers, also, you're gonna get 4 karma because it's karma. Debriefing for you. What is it that you? Oh, this music. What is it that you do to leave?
Get it.
Yeah, to get out.
So I unfortunately know that I have to abandon my corporately purchased Eurocar Westwind because that is compromised with my involvement in that.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much leaving the place, I very calmly had walked out the front door, hailed a cab, and just drove off.
Well, that would be the plan, right? But I'm going to spend my plot point. As you exit the building, you are face to face with two. Well, just before you leave, so you're at the lobby. You are face to face with 2 of those traditionally dressed Aztec wage mages, and they're gonna do like just a hand gesture like this, and you just feel all of your blood start constricting in your body and like oozing out of your nose and your eye sockets and your ears. And Mr. Arsenal steps from behind them and says, "You're a disappointment to this company."
I know where they went. I know who they are.
Well then, we have a discussion to have. And you just feel the blood like force you walking behind them to to backroom security areas where no one in the facility typically sees. And we'll leave that at that.
The worst thing is afterwards, like if I would have gone into my 5, so don't feel bad for Mr. Weathers. I'm gonna tell you this. Because if I would have gone to the 5 o'clock meeting, part of what Mr. Weathers was going to do was going to spend one of the plot points I had left to say that when I helped Retro up, I slipped the stealth RFID tag on her.
What up? Oh, that's crazy.
Do I mention like as we're walking out of Istanbul, I'm just like, what is this?
Now my next plot point is the cliffhanger plot point, and it's going to be Turbo and Retro as they exit, or as they're walking through the Grand Bazaar, ready to leave Istanbul, come face to face with Aztec security holding guns. And the same one with her stupid little trackpad has said, "There it is." There is the prototype. Actually, we'll cut it like cliffhanger.
Retro's gonna slowly look down at like Turbo's feet and like look at the rocket boots, and she's like, "You didn't."
These are boots!
Instead of calling it a cliffhanger, we'll say, "What do you want to do with these rocket boots, or what do you want to do with these guards?"
They're gonna be able to track them everywhere. Okay, Retro, can you hack them? Try to untrack them? I guess that's maybe right now is not a good time to do that.
Yeah, to say I could just like.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab Retro, I'm gonna rocket feet out of there.
You rocket feet out of the Grand Bazaar.
My hero!
All right, and with that, that is Join the Anarchy. Holy shit! The plot is thickening.
Because that's amazing.
Yes, please. You'll have a plot point at the start of your next session.
Thank you.
Woo! That was fun, guys. So much bitchery.
That was a lot of fun. A lot of intrigue. A lot of
Yeah.
Backstabbing.
Yes. How is playing a wage slave? Because we nerfed you. We put him at street level, like, build, so.
I can't hear you. Oz.
Sorry.
Really? Why does this always happen? Can you hear me now?
We're fine the entire game.
It always happens at the end of the show. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah, I know that we started you at street level, so how is that?
Yeah.
You did pretty well.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun kind of playing again. I love playing characters that are not like Shadowrunners in Shadowrun again. This is kind of the perfect opportunity to do that. So
Yes. Yeah, no, this was really fun. I was so excited to see what corporation we'd be a part of, and this was fantastic.
I used to for a little while be the when it first started up, I was the propaganda person for Aztechnology for Hyper RPG.
Oh, really?
For pretty much like the first probably about 10 sessions or so about the game before I couldn't keep it up anymore. But
Oh, that's awesome. I've always wanted to be a part of it.
so Aztechnology is very close to my heart. So when I heard somebody put that out there, I'm like, somebody either knows me or this is lucky.
Nice. So, for those of you still with us, we have a raffle. Every suggestion that we've taken, we've written down, and we're going to randomize the list. The more suggestions that we took from you, the higher chance you have of winning $15 from DriveThruRPG. So, I'm going to lift my laptop, and we're going to do a little randomizing here. And
Your mic's not in the way.
it shouldn't be. And the winner is T-Cut. It's T-Cut for BTLs.
Did you cut?
Those never even came into play. But T-Cut had lots of really great suggestions either way. So congratulations, T-Cut. Go ahead and message me on Twitch. We'll trade some infos. And you've got $15 on DriveThruRPG. It's enough to buy yourself Shadowrun Anarchy or whatever else you want if you already have it. So with that, and from everyone here, thank you so much for watching Join the Anarchy. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. January 30th.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Have a great night.